We are live.
Hey Jake. All right, let me hit record. All right. Hey, so who's gonna do the intro here? You want to do it, Jake?
Yeah, sure. UFC 192. We did it a few weeks ago for UFC 191. Had all sorts of people. We had Chael on for the main event. Had Ben Askren on a little bit. Tom was on for the whole show. I guess Tom can't be with us now for a couple reasons. I think he's feeling sick and he has a kid on the way soon, so he is here in spirit. It's still the Filthy FRB Fight Party. But yeah, I enjoyed it last time, and we got pretty much mostly all positive comments from the last one. And yeah, it's me at the MMA podcast. Brian, we have Ramses on too, which is a very familiar voice if you've listened to the MMA podcast or the word on the street before with me, Ramses, Coach Jamie Huey, and the like. I'm excited to watch these fights, and I guess the main card's starting now. Juliana Pena is walking out. What's up, Brian?
I'm just excited that Ramses is alive. It's amazing.
He was
alive.
not with us for well, he was like not dead, but
I thought the motherfucker died a while ago.
Well, I was half dead, man. I was on the brink, dude, but I came back, man. It was the biggest comeback
Just to do the show,
in the history
right?
of my life. Hell yeah, man. This is an honor, man. Thanks for having me on. I'm no filthy Tom Lawler, but I'll try to do my best. I'll try to be my filthiest.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. I joke about it, but Ramses, we really care for you, and we hope things get better for you because I know it's not easy, man.
No, it's not, man. Yeah, fucking having 2 surgeries this month, actually.
Jesus.
So this might be my last appearance anywhere.
It might be your last. Not for a while. Your last appearance period.
Yep. Yeah. So cherish it, guys.
Positive thoughts, man. Positive
It's all
thoughts.
celebrated.
So
Yep.
this is one of those John Cena Make a Wish moments. That Ramses is on with FRB and Jake and actually Tom. Tom is sick. He's not feeling very well. He might be able to come on. I'm not really. I just texted him, but Tom's not feeling well, and he also has little Finn, who might be on the way any second, really.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, man.
God bless him.
Yeah, that's and this is going to be his first kid, right? So I'm sure the nerves are starting to set in a little bit.
First that he knows about, or the first that he's going to be supporting, yeah.
Yeah.
We're watching the Pena walkouts. One thing I noticed, it looks like is wearing the approved UFC fight kit top. Pena's wearing it looks like it's still Reebok, but it's not the fight kit. It's like an all black rash guard. I wonder what the deal is with that, as far as whether they just didn't have one for her, or she didn't want to wear one, or she wanted to wear one with sleeves, and maybe they didn't have a woman's one with sleeves. That's sort of weird.
Well, the thing that stuck out to me was Pena was wearing sunglasses during the interview with Ariel. It's just like, what the fuck are you doing? There's that old saying, right? Sunglasses indoors are for two kinds of people: blind people and fuck faces. And I don't think she's blind, so.
Yeah, man. I do not get the huge hype around Pena. Like, yeah, she won tough, but she literally has fought nobody. She trains with Misha. That's about it. I actually don't bet much, but I threw a little bit of money down on a Northcutt parlay here. So.
Oh, the greatest fighter in the history of fighting.
Sage Man Zant, as a dude tweeted over at you earlier today, I think.
You all right? The greatest fighter there's ever been.
They didn't even try to disguise it.
I mean,
Like,
it's so comical. The media like falling in place, fawning over this guy. It's like, oh, you fucking Mark.
The
his,
the main ESPN Facebook page tweeted out like young phenom Sage Northcutt wins and then does a front flip out, and they never tweet about MMA. Like, wow, this is gonna get ugly quick.
the actual fight was funny. Like, his opponent, Trevino, who didn't even bother to even try to make weight,
Bum stocks.
came in 5 pounds over. 5 pounds over. He threw. They didn't even try to disguise it. He threw a kick and pretended he slipped, and then Sage uppercut was all over him, and it was all over. And then they replayed it on Fox.
And if you are watching live or even not live and want to sync up with us, the first round of Pena just started. We're at 4:38, 4:37, 4:36, 4:35. We have a running timer going on the video feed too. If you want to sync it up with that, but just wanted to add that in there real quick.
Jake. I mean, I made a comment. I thought there was a lot of value with Jessica Ai. I mean, I know a lot of people are very bullish on Pena, but let me see. I had the odds just here. It looked like minus 260 Pena, plus 220 Jessica Ai. To me, that just seemed like a tremendous difference, and I didn't think their talent level was all that different.
Yeah.
No,
I got I.
I was expecting one of them to be like a slight minus 120 favorite. Even odds wouldn't have shocked me. But Pena, she's known for this grinding wrestling style, but watch her shoot for takedowns even in her last fight when she had a two-year layoff and came back and fought Dudiva, or I don't know how to say her last name.
Is that Drake in the by the post there? Is that Drake?
What the fuck? That guy is looking just like Drake.
Yeah, I think it was. Because the last fight we found Moose Johnson in the crowd.
That was ballsy to sit and watch the fight, and I mean, shit, he had less than 5 or 10 minutes to go back and prep. But
I think it was some dude that looked like him. I gotta say, I don't know, guys. I don't know. But I got this guy just because she smokes weed and what else? And she follows me on Twitter. So right there, you're gonna win every fight if you follow me on Twitter. That's a fact. It's statistical.
That's your
Pena
default.
shoots so sloppy, like with her. She's good powerfully wrestling, I guess, but has a lot to build on as far as little takedown, but I switches it up and tries to take her back.
She got taken down first. Yep.
Pena landing some strikes from the top, landing some punches, but I stands it up.
Eyes in a little up.
I'm a little behind you guys, and I thought I was I thought I was a few seconds in front of you.
Something must have happened with our official streams.
Yeah, you guys must be on that gimmick or something.
I mean, all of us are we all paid the $60, the $64.99 HD cost. So I don't know. It must be something with the East Coast lag. Who knows?
Yeah, I swiped my credit card with tears running down my eyes, man. I actually paid more for this official stream than an actual ticket would have cost, because I am actually in Houston.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why didn't you go, bro?
Well, I had front row tickets, but then you invited me onto the front row Brian at the Filthy FRB show live, and I just tore them up.
I heard.
So here's Pena back. She took Ai down again.
Yep.
Those two takedowns are gonna work against her, even though it seemed like I had the upper hand the majority of this first round here.
Yeah, just because.
I don't know if it's a cardio issue, but this has definitely not been a one-way round. It looked like I was controlling the first couple minutes, and Pena might end up stealing the round just because she's really been controlling Eye on the bottom, landing shots. Eye doesn't look too messed up, but she's definitely been taking a lot of damage from the bottom for a lot of this round.
She's definitely preventing the full mount.
Ooh,
Damn.
Now she's got this side
Oh
mount.
no. Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of damage. I don't know. Maybe I'm just still waking up from my nap and trying to get myself right here. But I don't think she took a lot of damage. But I think Pena's going to get. She's going to get this round. The 2 takedowns.
yeah, I think that's
Yeah, she's going for the
10-9
back now.
Pena.
Damn.
Well, shit.
No, I still believe. Come on, Jessica. Damn. If only they let them fucking just toke up.
So,
in
Rance,
between rounds.
Were you watching any college football?
Man, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know the rules of. I don't even understand how that's played.
You don't know the rules of football? Where the fuck do
No,
you live?
man. This is the only sport I watch, if you can call it that, and I still think, man, they should just call it what it is: sports entertainment. And the lawsuits, the bleeding money, the fines, the NSAC nonsense. I mean, at some point, you got to throw in the towel and just admit it, Dana. If you're out there, I know he's listening.
So I got a text from the great Greg Savage of SureDog.com, and he said this has got to be a big card because they have 4 ring card engineers. I don't know if you picked up on that too.
Jesus.
I mean,
They got backups.
yeah, that's when you know they've this is a big fucking deal, as Joe Biden would say.
Yep. Yeah, before anyone like steps out of there, they gotta triple check that, one, that the card is, right side up, and well, that's about it.
And all 4 of them are staying in the Fertitta suite next door.
I wonder what they're doing later.
Sage uppercut.
Sage Man's aunt.
Yep, he's getting his perks.
Now he's probably the greatest fighter in the history of the sport. I would think, right?
I mean, I wouldn't call him the greatest fighter in the history of the sport or the history of the UFC. I would say he's the greatest martial artist of all time.
He's the greatest fighter in the history of Bayside High School.
There's no way that his hair is really that color. He definitely frosted at the tips. I mean, am I right on that, or does he just have like blonde hair on brown hair?
He was born beautiful, man, with a full head of that blonde hair.
He
Already spiky, everything, man. Got to be glued, everything.
As a toddler, he had those abs, those biceps. All of it was there at birth.
Yep. I'd say 3 more fights and we see him versus John Jones.
Yeah, and I think he'd beat the shit out of John Jones. I mean, what's John Jones got for this guy with this frosted tips and fitness physique and
Yep. I can't wait till Sage's first scandal, arrest, what have you.
Yeah, some kind of domestic violence incident with Paige Van Zandt.
And then the cover-ups, and then the statements.
So Jessica I has the upper hand here.
Roaring back.
Yeah.
She's easily been winning this round. Now has the back. It looks like she's trying to weasel in an RNC, but now is working at the arm triangle on top.
Oh yeah,
Working for the arm
strength.
Yeah,
Pena
she's got to get her leg out there. She's got to get her leg out. Well, shit, I don't think it's that tight, but
she's got it.
Oh, if she could get the side control.
Yeah. Pena's doing a good job at keeping that right leg of Eye cinched in, so she can't flip around to her side. Looks like.
Or get the mount.
Yeah, she's trying to work her way over, but
But this is still
Pena,
good. I just needs to keep working this, man. I mean, she's going to win this round, and she's going to have an opportunity to go into the third round and win the fight.
you only got a minute and a
Yeah.
half left, so it's probably. I mean, unless Pena does some insane shit, this is all already eyes round. I mean, if she's able to land some hard shots, maybe a 10-8, but looking
Yeah,
like a 10-9 eye round.
she did just fry out her arms, probably just trying to get that. Yeah, she's going elbows now.
Pena trying to land some elbows from the bottom.
I just got a tweet from somebody asking if I had the gifts of the Betch Carrera graceful movement before the Ronda Rousey fight.
Oh my god!
Have you guys seen that? I mean,
Yeah.
that's like, I mean, I've watched that, and like I'll be in like a shitty mood, and I'll watch that, and I'll just start fucking laughing.
She jumps in the air to
I
try
think I
and
saw it once.
show her dominance, and the chick has like a 2.5-inch vertical.
Whoa, what is this? She's
Take a
she's
skip.
got her
What? Yeah, what the
head
fuck?
between her fucking legs.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
All the jokes we could make now. I
Yeah, but
I respect both of you for not making them.
I've gotten complaints that somebody's like, I thought you were making it a family friendly show, and I was like, well, I mean, I thought it was family friendly the whole time. And it's like, yeah, but you had porn stars on,
Who
and I
in
was
the
like, well, what's the problem? I mean, well, families
Yeah.
probably watch that stuff. I mean,
It's actually safer sex.
Who in the fuck would expect a friendly show from FRB called the Filthy FRB Show? Ooh, a little knee action there
ooh,
from the bottom. Damn.
Yeah.
That was nice. I gotta
guess-
admit.
I
Credit where it's
guess
due.
an illegal strike because Pena was technically grounded.
yeah, you know that you were
They
talking.
took a
whoa.
point away.
Oh no,
Whoa.
Jessica lost a point. No,
That
fuck.
is questionable, especially for
Wait.
a one-time
It-
gimmick.
This is rigged.
Wow.
What fucking horseshit.
That
You know,
is-
it's one of those things. You know, it's just so. Are you gonna fucking fight? And then they have this idiot Mark Ratner on here, who
God.
you know, Mark Ratner is another guy that got caught up in the Vitor Belfort cover up,
Mm.
and you know, he said that he couldn't tell anybody that Vitor was on TRT, that it was up to the commission. Then the commission comes out and says, "No, we're not banning anybody from saying he's on something. I mean, it's up to the UFC. They're the ones who's overseeing it." I mean, this guy is another clown, and
Son of a
why
bitch.
he's on the broadcast is totally beyond me. Adds absolutely nothing. But this is one of the things you got to let these girls fight. I mean, is this a fight or what is this? You know, and so they just took the fight away from this girl.
Remember the good old days when Eddie Bravo, stoned off his ass, would do some fight analysis?
Yeah, on the JRE, they would talk, Big Nog versus Sap or something like that.
Well, you know, I mean, for the longest time, Eddie was in Joe's ear, producing him with some of the
Yeah.
crap. You know,
Yeah, and then sometimes during the actual UFC event, he'd come in like Mark Ratner does and just break it
Yeah.
down. He'd score it. That's what it was. He would have the Eddie Bravo scorecard.
yeah, the Eddie Bravo scorecard, and
But
then and then I think that the thing that made him like quit was they wanted him to sit in the truck the whole fucking card. So he had
Yeah.
to sit in the truck when before he was like having fun out there sitting next to his friend Joe. And then they're like, no, you have to be in the truck. I mean, I think eventually he was like, you know, you're paying me peanuts, and fuck you guys, I'm not doing this no more.
Yep. That was back in the days when it was actually a real truck.
Yeah, so I'm looking now. Apparently, Pena was warned 3 times before that knee for shots to the back of the head, but it's I that gets a point deduction with no warning because of one knee that she lands from the bottom. And who knows if that was a strike or her just trying to get the leverage to get into a better spot.
And they should have restarted the fight on the ground.
Exactly,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
stand it up too. So that's got to be a 9-9 because I assume everyone had that 10-9 eye. So with a 9-9 eye round, I guess that makes it 19-18 to Pena. Which if I wins this round, I guess we're looking at a draw. But unless she's able to win it, we're looking at a Pena win. That they.
Yeah, Pena's stealing it basically. Oh,
3 minutes left.
Jessica's going for some.
She's doing some funky shit off the bottom, like some sort of.
You know, when you only have 3 rounds to play with in an MMA fight, making one of the rounds, taking a point away, I mean, to me, it's got to be really fucking egregious. So this referee essentially decided to play God. And now the best that she can do, even she beats her up. I mean, the referee knows, I mean, 10-8s are impossible. There's no way that she can win this fight on the cards because he intervened.
Oh, I got her back.
This ref is Frank Colazzo, who I've honestly never heard of. Maybe it's like Lorenzo's cousin. The work is in. I don't know, but
well, I mean, Texas is good for a lot of things, but licensing, the commission, it's by far the absolute fucking worst.
Texas fucked I over before. I'm shocked she was willing to fight in Texas because Texas's biggest fuck up as a commission was maybe against I with that drug test.
That arm, the blade is pretty deep. Oh no, she just turned it.
Yeah, I thought that was.
I was at that fight in Houston where I got fucked later on.
I mean, I don't really think it was her. I mean, she did use the gimmick. I mean,
165.
166.
166. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Dos Santos Kane 3, right?
3. Yep.
You had the Melendez
fell
Sanchez
through the cage.
fight. Yeah, that.
Oh, the cage broke.
So who went through the cage?
The cage broke during the Kane Dos Santos fight. I was there, but they covered. I guess they didn't really show it on the pay-per-view. They avoided that angle, but there were motherfuckers like pressed up against the cage trying to keep it together during the fight, and then in between rounds they busted out some kind of drill and just like fucking drilled that shit into place again. But yeah, they broke the cage, man. It was awesome.
Yeah. It's not looking good for Jessica I here. I think Pena's going to get this round, and she got the first round, and then the second round was 10-9 I, and then 9-9 with the point deduction.
I'm almost glad, even though I bet on I'm almost glad that Pena is winning this round just because it means that referee fuck up didn't really change the winner, because even without that point deduction, you're still looking at a 29-28 Pena win. I guess now it'll be a 29-27. But yeah, with 20 seconds left here, it's looking like it's going to be Juliana Pena taking...
I was about to tap.
Taking it home.
Yeah. Oh, nope. She's giving it one last...
Yeah, she's obviously struggling.
Oh, she's almost... Bit, Oh, no. Don't tap. It's respectable. God damn. Lay and pray loss. Yeah. What a shame.
Yeah.
And then it started off a cage hugger, then a lay and pray. I mean, that does neither of them any good, really. Shit.
So we got some people that want us to give them a call. So let's see what see the first person.
Don't worry, Jessica. You'll be at home smoking
green gimmick.
Yep, in no time. They ain't gonna bother to piss test you. Don't worry about it. I'll light it up right now in the octagon.
Damn. Yeah, somebody should do that. I mean,
yep, we all know who it would be. Damn. Shit. I was watching Uriah Hall on Periscope earlier, and he said I asked him if he'd ever been piss tested, and he said the first time was right after he kicked Musazi's ass, killed him, first time.
Really?
Yep.
So they tested in Japan, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
He
So
was like they can't believe a Negro just killed that man.
here's the decision here.
And that was a quote, people, by the way.
All three judges.
Yeah.
29-27.
Yep. 29,
All right.
27.
Let's just give this guy Brad a call.
All right.
So we're just gonna call random motherfuckers. Let's see. He better answer his fucking phone, since I actually made the effort to call him. Let's see if he picks up.
It's Brad.
Brad, it's FRB. What's up, man?
What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. You're on the FRB, or the Filthy FRB Fight Party, and I got Ramses and Jake with me.
What's going on, man?
What's up,
What's
dude?
up, dude?
You tell us, Brad. Where you from?
Amarillo, Texas.
Amarillo,
Holy shit.
Texas. From the George Strait song. I love this song.
That's
I'm in
right.
Houston.
Yeah, home of Evan Tanner.
Oh yeah, God bless Evan Tanner, man.
Before that, it was home of nothing. And I don't mean to bash Amarillo. I was born near there, Dumas, man. You know where that is.
Oh yeah.
Nothing there. Nothing there but cattle.
So
Yeah, that's true.
Brett, did you watch the first fight here? You've been watching any? I just woke up actually.
I watched the
So
first fight.
yeah, not that much really to talk about in that first fight. But were any of the prelim fights? I didn't watch any of them, to be honest with you. You tell me.
Yeah, I think that.
It's all
she
right,
just
Brad.
call out
Man,
Ronda?
knocking out. That was pretty crazy, man.
Did she just call out Ronda? I can barely hear it.
I didn't
Something
hear it
about
either.
Yes,
Ronda.
she did. She just called out Ronda Rousey. I guess she said, I had a quote here in front of me. I don't have it anymore. But yeah, she kissed Rogan and then called out Ronda, who's beaten up her best buddy Tate a couple of times.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, oh, are you ready for Ronda? No, you're probably never going to be ready for Ronda. You might as well fight her, and then, the UFC's not going to give you a piece of the pay-per-view, but they'll probably give you a decent bonus, just for being the B side of Ronda.
Okay, Pena said if Ronda Rousey is Mike Tyson, I'm Evander Holyfield.
Oh,
You know what? I like the old school boxing reference. I mean, she would get her ass starched, but I appreciate that reference.
yeah.
Do you think it has something with? You think it has something to do with Pena and Tate were buddy on the show, so Tate just got passed over for Holly Holm. So I'm pretty sure that's probably why she took that shot then.
Yeah, that might be part of it, but I think she wants to fight. She wants to main event a big pay-per-view. But yeah, she is friends with Misha, who kind of got fucked over in this whole situation for Holly Holm, who's looked nothing but not impressive at all, at least in my estimation.
Imagine
Jessica is not that great on the ground, and she had her in some pretty tight spots there throughout the whole fight. So I don't know how she thinks she's gonna compete with Ronda on the ground.
Jessica, man, she needs a THC exemption. But Holyfield, holy shit, man! Imagine if Ronda bit off Jessica Pena's ear.
Yeah.
Hey, Brad, what is your Twitter so I can throw it up here on the stream page we got going?
Yeah, it's at B Pascal PASCHAL 45.
B as in Brad, and then PASCHAL 45.
What the
Yeah.
hell is that?
Gotcha.
Oh well, I'm the Aunt Jimmy show, which makes no fucking sense.
Yeah,
Who am I to talk?
I've seen folks call you Jimmy. I think as
Jimmy
recently as
and
today on Twitter.
yep. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, some people think I'm like two people. I don't know.
Now, explain to us what that is. Isn't that the Opie and Anthony show?
Yeah, because I fucking hated Opie so much. I just wanted it to be Anthony and Jim Norton. So I wanted it to be the Aunt Jimmy show. And that's how I got into Twitter originally. And then I just got hooked on the UFC. And I just didn't bother ever changing it because, you know, it would confuse followers. I'm cracking open my second fucking monster here since Red Bull didn't pay me anything. Brian, I gotta ask, man, you got the Coors Light running?
I actually do. Yeah, that's not at work either. You know, you got to live the gimmick, and I have the Coors Light right here.
Yo, speaking of Twitter names, where did Front Row Brian come from? I was high off my ass a week or two ago, thinking like, wait, why does he even call himself that? What is the gimmick?
You know, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that off the air though.
Okay.
That's what I gotta take a pass on that.
All right.
I gotta take a pass on that for now, but I will tell you off there, and it's really not that interesting, and it's not because I was always in the front row. That wasn't the reason. Although like whenever I post a picture from an event, and if I'm not in the front row, it's like, oh, like fourth row Brian or something like that.
Oh,
Like,
no.
it's one of those things. Yeah.
Or when Virgil was on the podcast, what do you call you?
Back row Brian.
Back row Brian.
Actually, I know Dana calls me backdoor Brian. I like,
Oh.
and he won't talk to me, but he knows of me, and he'll say, do you talk to that jerk? That's his name for me.
All right, so who's next?
Joseph Benvidez.
We got Joe Benvidez and Ali Bagautinov. Yeah, Ali's making.
Oh,
his
it's
walk.
gonna be an easy one. Except I happen to know that Joey, he's an IV guy, man. So who knows?
The line on
But
this one.
I got him.
Pretty one-sided. It's leaning minus 325 for Benavidez, plus 295 for Bagautinov. Both of them have gotten their asses handed to them by the champ. I think didn't Bagautinov test positive for EPO or some blood doping type gimmick after the fight?
Yeah, he's been out for a year now.
Oh wow! So is this his first fight since fighting Mighty Mouse?
Yeah.
He fought Mighty Mouse in June 14th,
Okay.
2014.
And he wasn't drug tested at all to get a license in Texas, which is kind of interesting because there's a lot of people, they talk about the growth hormone, and they think that that's like the holy grail of performance enhancing drugs, but it's really not. Growth hormone is more of like a cosmetic thing. Now the EPO, that is some real shit. I mean, that's the stuff that made Shane Mosley beat Oscar De La Hoya a decade ago. He came back in the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th rounds like it was the first few rounds off the stool. The EPO stuff is the real deal.
It's what cyclists use, right?
Yeah. I mean, because what makes these guys not perform? Like they get hit a few times, and that combined with fatigue is what makes guys quit. Lombardi said, fatigue will make a coward of everybody. But with this EPO stuff, man, it's like you have that second, third, fourth win. It's the real deal. It's the real gimmick.
Yeah, and it's not just like doing a little test cream. You're like drawing out your blood and putting back in like ultra oxygenated blood. I think I heard it on the JRE. Like cyclists would be doing it, and it would fuck with their body so much that they would need to wake up at like 2 a.m. But between nights where they have stages, and they have to go out and cycle because their blood just like makes them go out and work. That's some scary.
I mean, I tell you, I mean, I'm looking at this a Bagautinov guy just in his picture right now, and he looks fucking gimmick big time. I mean, Benvidez is in good shape, and then you take a look at Bagatinov's physique. I mean, I don't know. Did he ever stop?
They both look good, man.
I mean,
Both
what
look
that
good.
does is it makes it produce like red blood cells really, really quickly. So, so you know, most red blood cells and stuff like that's produced from bone marrow. So what it does is it creates like this healthy flow of oxygen through your body, so they can, you know, your muscles tire a lot less and different things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I heard the explanation why like Shane Mosley didn't get suspended for why he did it was, well, number one, they didn't detect it, but when it came out that he definitely did it, he got it from Balco. They said boxing is not an endurance sport. It was just like, well, what do you mean it's not an endurance sport? I mean, the reason why guys get their ass, the reason why guys get their ass kicked is because they get fucking tired.
12 fucking rounds. Now, I don't know shit about steroids, but I mean, is EPO shit? Is there any difference between that and HGH, human growth hormone?
Well, I mean, from what I know, the growth hormone will help a little bit in recovery. It usually it's more of a hardening agent. You know, that's why I said it was more of a cosmetic thing. It'll make you look better. But as far as performance enhancing, just taking HGH is not going to make you tangibly stronger. That's going to actually improve your performance. You need to stack it with something else. Like
and
go ahead.
EPO is more for like you know, blood oxygen levels, as well as like you know, vascular circulation and different things like that. So lung function, you know, it enhances a lot of those things.
And really quick, Brad, for you or anyone listening live, I'm at 4 minutes right now of the first round between Joe B and Bagautinov, just singing stuff up there.
When you said that, I was at 4:04.
Okay.
So okay.
Yeah, it's close enough. But yeah, I was looking at Twitter. Luca Fury, which is a quality follow, he mentioned something that I also noticed during the walkout. Benvidez just, I can't exactly put my finger on it. It was almost like Gus before the Rumble fight, but he just looked like something was out of it. I can't quite.
I know exactly what it is.
What?
Megan O'Leary.
well, that's another thing about him. Even if he loses the fight, you can't lose when you're Joseph Benavidez. I mean, you get to go home to Megan O'Leary. But no, he's I mean, he's an IV guy, like I was saying. And he didn't get one, so that might factor into this right now. He's looking a little overly cautious than he usually is.
Yeah, and just to give you guys some perspective, I mean, Bagautinov is 13-3. His only loss in the UFC is to Moose Johnson, and then his only two losses before that was in 2011. So he beat John Lineker, Tim Elliott, and some other can. So he's 3-1 in the UFC. Now Benavidez has basically beaten everybody except Moose. I mean, you could go on and on, all the guys that he's beaten. Yeah. He's kind of at an interesting juncture in his career where he's literally beaten everybody except Moose.
Misha Tate status.
And Dominic Cruz. He lost to Dominic Cruz twice.
Yeah, that's right. I was at that WEC fight in 2010. I think it was August 2010. I was at the Palms when those guys fought, and I think it went all 5 rounds, and it was a really competitive fight. But it was just pretty obvious that Cruz had the upper hand.
Yeah, when the UFC opened up the flyweights, a lot of fans thought that Benvidez was this was a weight class made for him. He had fought Cruz twice, lost to him twice. He was the big favorite to win that 4-man tourney, and I believe was the favorite over Mighty Mouse at UFC 152, that inaugural flyweight title fight. And obviously we know how things panned out, but yeah, it's just he's beaten everyone. Ian McCall,
he's bleeding
Formiga,
bad now.
Moraga, or Ortiz.
Who's bleeding, Ramses?
Been able to beat Moose.
Benavidez.
Out
He
of his left
ate
eye.
an uppercut.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh, wow.
bleeding bad now.
Okay, I see it now.
Shit.
But
It's really amazing that Ian McCall. I mean,
What
I don't
happened to
remember
that
the
guy?
exact circumstances, but a lot of people felt that he beat Moose. I think it was in Australia, and then they fucked up the overtime round, the sudden victory, or the however you want to call it, whatever it was.
That was the biggest procedural fuck up I think ever in the UFC, because ironically I think it was the first ever card where, like, outside of the UFC, where they were doing the sudden death round and they announced it before the fight. Before that, I guess it was the UFC on FX Alves Campman card back in 2012 in Sydney, and it was the first card where they were going to do like sudden death 4th round, and it goes to a draw, and that's when it should have been used, but instead they just go to the locker rooms. And if you watch that fight, you would agree that Ian would have had a big advantage.
That's a bad cut.
In the 4th round, because he was absolutely smashing Johnson at the end of the 3rd round. We could have seen a much different, a different story play out at 125, and Joe B has a goat's vagina above his left eye. My God.
Yeah,
Bad one, man.
that's in a bad spot. That's one of those things that, no matter how you treat it or what you put on it, or no amount of Vaseline is going to stop that thing.
No.
It's right. It's right in the very close to the eyeball. That's a bad one.
I don't recall him landing anything solid. Fuck.
But
And
how did you guys?
If you remember
score?
that McCall Johnson fight, McCall and Johnson kind of looked puzzled that it wasn't going to the 4th round.
There's the Moose.
After the whole thing, they were like, huh? Like, I thought we already discussed this. There's a lot of controversy at the end of that fight.
Did you
You know,
guys see the
everybody was
Moose
kinda-
there?
Yeah, it should have gone with the 4th.
Moose sighting.
He got upset at me. He blocked me on Twitter because I said he was the biggest draw in the game, and I called him. I was like, I like, even like yesterday, Daniel Cormier got upset at me about something, but I've never been like,
I saw that.
been outright blocked for like calling him Moose. I mean, I didn't know that was, that offensive.
I can't wait till Demetrius' first scandal.
So I'm seeing a mixed bag on Twitter. I saw a few 10-9 Ali's. I saw a few 10-9 Joes. Apparently Joe Benavidez rose to a 4-1 favorite as far as live betting goes. So interested.
I gotta believe, in these close rounds, man, these judges are fucking stupid. They see a little blood and they're gonna say, oh, because he bled, the other guy made him bleed. He lost that round.
Yeah, hopefully it fucking fires him up, man. He's got to do something, man. He's got to club this guy. He's got to do it in this round, man.
Yeah, Joe's not looking as near as fast as he did in that Ortiz
Well,
fight.
he hit him pretty hard with the left hand there, but didn't seem to do anything to Bagautinov.
Yeah. Bagautinov did his homework on this guy, he can tell.
getting back to that EPO stuff, I mean, it's really amazing that he got caught for that because from my research, I mean, that shit is in your system 2 to 3 days. Like they gotta
Smell a rat.
they gotta test you at a really good time. Yeah, I mean, there's only been 2 guys who've been caught for EPO. One is Chael Sonnen, and this guy is the other one. And the news. The amazing thing wasn't that Chael got caught for 2 substances. The amazing thing was he only got caught for those 2. So I mean, it's not saying much that they caught him. So, but nobody else ever gotten popped for it, except this guy. And then,
I said Joe looked a little weird on the walkout. He looks so tentative, man. He does not look like he wants to be the aggressor at all. I mean,
I'm telling you, he didn't rehydrate properly.
Fluid. He doesn't look as fluid as he normally does. It's really choppy and yeah.
That's it, man. He didn't rehydrate properly, man. I'm telling you. Shit.
And this fucking cage is so goddamn big. We have people fighting here who are the size of an average 5th grader. Yeah, and we got them fighting in this huge octagon. I mean, the difference between the small octagon and the standard regulation octagon, it's something like, I think I want to say 43%. Reed Kuhn, I doubt he's listening, but he would know. It's something like it's 43% larger than the small cage, aka the WEC cage, and that will change the way these fights are fought. This fighting surface is just way too big for guys that are the size of your average 12 or 13-year-old boy.
Yep.
Hey, FRB.
What's up, man?
Did you see those reviews on Johnny Hendricks' Steakhouse Yep page?
I did, and I saw there were some people trolling and going on there and saying the place is very reliable, just like their owner or something like that.
Gave him kidney stones.
Here's the one. It says, I walked in weighing 170 pounds. I left way overweight. Haven't gained easy 10 pounds. Also developing kidney stones. But overall, I would do it again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why anybody would want to go in the restaurant business unless that's like in your family history and and you're like a microeconomics guy and you know how to run these restaurants because they operate on such a minor margin. I'm talking maybe 7 or 8 cents on a dollar is your opportunity to make money. Why you would want to get into that business, totally fucking beyond me. And he's already changed it from a steakhouse to what do you call a fast casual?
Oh no!
So he's already changed.
He's changing stances.
Bagautinov just threw him down and he got right back.
Yep.
Up. Oh. Yeah. So I don't see that place doing very well.
No, it almost got flooded to hell like a couple months ago. That whole fucking little shit town it's in. I forget what the name of it is.
I think it's Big Rig Steakhouse in Midlothian, Texas.
Midlothian, that's right. Yeah, that place almost got washed out.
MMA fans, man, are the in some ways they're the fucking worst. In other ways, they're fucking funny. Who would think to go on fucking Yelp and put a troll review just because the guy didn't make weight? I mean, as a normal adult, relatively normal adult, that wouldn't occur to me. But for one of these fucking MMA fans, let's go straight to Yelp and put in some fucking troll review of this guy's restaurant.
Yeah,
and the funny thing is the comments like. 10 people said the review was useful, and 13 said it was funny.
This is one. I enjoyed the no excuses atmosphere. This restaurant is 4 winners and buy a winner. I can tell that they go a full 70% when making their steaks. Having visited this fine establishment many times, I once received a steak that was too rubbery, but was reassured by the management that it was my own fault. I accepted this explanation as I'm a huge fan of Johnny No Excuses Hendricks.
It's own fault.
Yeah, I mean that's just the dumbest idea. I mean, especially steak. Like you need to know your shit when you're getting into that business because people are so particular about their steaks. You know, like
Yep.
like everybody has a particular way they like it, and if it's a little off, then the place is awful. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the guys think. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I went to the Vince Young Steakhouse in Austin, and
I'm sure it was great.
well,
that place is awesome.
yeah, $300 later, it was awesome. Yeah, but
Wait, so Vince,
No, I mean,
the
it's-
former football player,
yeah, Vince
Yeah.
Young Steakhouse in Austin, dude.
And
It's still in business.
he has
somehow.
it's a good place.
It was actually. I gotta give him credit, man. It was like Vince Young in his prime, except it was a steak you were eating, so it
So-
was good.
Hey, just to get back to the fight, that second round, how
Third
did
round,
you guys
yeah.
score it? That second round.
It's got to be a 10-9 Bagautinov.
So I'm thinking 20 to 18 Bagautinov.
You know, I'm seeing a few 2018 Benvidez here, funny enough.
No
I don't
shit.
know.
Yeah.
He was protecting that eye in that round too much. He was too concerned with it.
I mean, I've been talking, and then I haven't been watching that closely, but Benvidez won both fucking rounds. I don't know.
That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah,
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
this could be
That was a-
2018 Joe, 18 Ali, 19. I feel like no
these the
matter what, a split's probably.
Are these the same guys saying that Scott Northlake is going to be the greatest
Scott Northlake, greatest of all time?
fighter to ever live? You know, and I think some people were misinterpreting what I was saying about this kid. You know, he could be he seems like a nice kid. I don't have anything against him. He could turn out to be a really solid fighter. I just think it's fucking ridiculous, you know, to give some prelim guy all of this attention. I mean, it's just like do you
Yep.
think your fans are that fucking stupid? I mean, it's like, you know, you're feeding them garbage
It worked.
and telling them it's filet mignon. And yeah, you know what, Ramses, you're absolutely right, because the fans of this sport are fucking stupid. And we'll continue to buy this bullshit, and they'll just say to me that I'm overly negative. Like, no, I mean, the guy's 5-0. He faced some guy who's lost 17 of his last 23 fights. Was the guy who got him into the UFC. And I'm supposed to get excited that this guy's fighting because he's a fitness model and he's got
a
spikes.
steak on those abs.
Well, you know, that's good for him. I like I said, I really don't have anything against the kid. It just seems so ridiculous to give him all this attention for accomplishing nothing.
Yeah, and they made sure it was a first round finish because they replayed that on Fox Sports 1.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
not like he's Connor when he came out fighting in Boston and they dropped the lights for prelim, or, you know, it's not like that situation where you know this kid's going to be amazing, you know.
Well, Connor's last fight in Cage Warriors, he beat some guy who's like 28-3.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like to read too much into records, but if you're 28-3, you could probably fight a little bit.
Yep. Oof.
Yeah, this is just built up because the guy looks like a mix of Dolph Lundgren and Justin Bieber. I don't know.
This one's going to the judges, by the way, guys.
Oh yeah, we got 30 seconds left. and
I just see
Bagautinov
here,
grinding him.
Dave Doyle, MMA Junkie, your guess on the score on this one is basically saying your guess is as good as mine. I have one guy here, Spencer Kite, fellow from Canada. I met at one of the shows. He has it 29-28 Joe Benavidez.
Bloody Elbow just tweeted 30-27 Benvidez. No score would surprise me though. Dole fight.
Rob Tatum has it 29-28 Benavidez.
I'm seeing mostly scores to Benvidez here.
You guys talk for. I'm gonna get another beer gimmick.
All right, yeah, man. This was a weird fight. I feel like Bagautinov. I don't know, man. I'm feeling like he did more damage, but just didn't control most of the fight like Joe did. I don't know. This was a very strange fight to sort of half watch. I mean, I did watch it, but I was chatting with you all as well. Sort of the vibe I got from it was Bagautinov doing better, but not according to Twitter.
I think Benavidez landed more solid.
You know what's kind of odd is Joseph didn't take it to the ground at all. I mean, I didn't see him go down once.
I don't think he could take it to the ground. I think this guy is a strong grappler.
Here we go.
I think Benavidez got it.
Yeah.
We got the decision coming.
You are a little behind me, man. Just
All right, Buffer with that beautiful blue shark skin suit.
Oh yeah.
Unanimous decision to Joseph Benvidez, 30-27, 30-27, 29-28. Wow.
Wow, so he won every round? I mean, I know. What did the punch stats look like?
I don't know. I would be very interested to look because across 3 judges, they scored it essentially 8-1 to Joe B. Only 1 round on all 3 going to Ali. Yeah, I thought that second round especially, Ali was landing more, but shoot, a lot of boos. I think I'm hearing this was a little. I don't know. It was dull, man.
It was a close one.
Yeah. I mean,
it's close.
I didn't watch it close enough to really give you a good opinion, but it's like, who cares?
Yeah, he goes home to Megan. A winner.
Yeah, he's doing better than us. Put it that way.
Yep. Oh man. No, I think he connected more solid, consistent. The cut on the eye thing, that was the only thing. That was it. That's all Bagautinov had.
What did Jason Floyd put up the stats yet? He's usually the guy who's got the stats up there really fast.
I'm not seeing anything yet.
Yeah.
So what's next for Joe? I mean, the only thing that would be next for him, I mean, after this, are they going to match him back up with?
I don't know.
It's
4 in a row for him.
But it's. I guess you throw him to Mouse. Yeah, I guess he can do it. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like the flyweight division. What you give him a third shot, or you give it to somebody else. It doesn't matter because nobody's watching it anyway.
You're too hard on the moose, man.
Yeah, I mean, might as well, right?
Yeah, I don't make it that far into it when he's main eventing.
Yeah, it's got to be either Benvidez or Cejudo next, I guess.
Or
according to
Benvidez, can he? Is he going to sack up and challenge the Gooch?
The Gooch.
No joking around here. I think the Gooch would take him out.
Benvidez is brave, but he's not crazy and brave, man. There's no way he'd want that fight, man. There's no stopping the Gooch.
I'm hearing a little bit of background noise from someone, but Benvidez.
That's gotta be Brad. Are you still on the line, man?
Yeah, I'm still here. We're just talking. We got a couple people over here.
Yeah.
All right, sure. Yeah.
Hey, it was good talking to you, man.
Hey,
thanks
man,
for calling.
For real. I listen to y'all's podcast all the time, guys.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
we're getting better at it. Tom Lawler's going to be on here in a little bit. He's not feeling well, but he said he'd come on for a little bit. We're getting better at this. This is it's kind of fun to watch it and see what other people think at the same time. The people that really watch it, because sometimes you're just watching it with your buddies that they might not watch it as closely as we do. They actually have a social life, right?
Right. Yeah. Most definitely. It's one of those things to where, I got a couple guys a couple friends from work over here, and we're all pretty MMA junkies and watch it a lot and keep up with the storylines and what's going on. But you can tell those hardcore fans from the guys that are just kind of casual and just watch it here and there. So
yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Brad, appreciate the time, man. So our show is a little different. We call the callers. The callers don't call us like on a regular radio show. We call the callers. Yeah. So you were the first person that we called. So thanks for volunteering. Good talking to you, man.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Be good, man. All right.
Later, man.
Bye.
Not bad. A decent MMA fan.
B Pascal 45. Follow him.
Oh, so this is Jordan, the master of the super kick.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
Remember, what was that last fight? He had the super kick.
Oh shoot, that was what's his name? That was
Derek
Lewis, that hook kick, and then that was beautiful. The fat man hook kick.
Yeah, that was really cool. I mean, it was so much like Shawn Michaels did to Ric Flair. Oh, they just showed it. They just showed it, man.
Oh, poor. This is out of nowhere, but poor Marty Jannetty. Is he still alive?
Yeah, Marty Jannetty, man. I mean, he has a reputation, big time gimmick man, but I guess he knows how to handle the gimmick like the Sheik. He's still ticking.
God bless him. FRB. Earlier you said the fans are dumb, but I do give credit to one fan. The brave soldier who stood up to the Oregon shooter, man. Chael Sonnen fan.
Yeah, that's a great story. I've been telling a bunch of people that I know. I told my parents when I saw them earlier today. And the guy's name is it John Mintz?
Yeah.
John Mintz. And for the people that don't know, Chael has a amateur fighting federation that he is a part owner of with another guy who's also a friend of mine named Kevin Keeney. And Kevin and Chael wrestled together at the University of Oregon. And, 25 years later, they're still best friends. So they own this full contact fighting federation organization. And in 2012, September 2012, John Mintz, the hero from the Oregon shooting, competed at the full contact fighting federation, and he actually lost that fight, but he did fight on Chael's card. Chael's the promoter, and Kevin Keeney, and he's a huge Chael fan. If you're a fighter in Oregon, I mean, you're probably a Chael guy, and Chael knew exactly who he was. It wasn't like he was best friends with him, but he remembered him exactly. And he even put on Twitter, it was no surprise. He said, he's a stud.
I think it's Chris Mintz, actually.
Oh shit, Chris Mintz.
But dude, how badass is this? So he blocks the door to stop this fuckhead from getting into the room he's in. Blocks the door. Gets shot 3 times, then looks up at the shooter and says, "It's my son's birthday today." Gets shot some more and survives. What a fucking badass, man. That is straight out of Die Hard.
Oh, yeah.
Did he say something to him like, "You're not getting through me"? Because he was trying to, because it was a classroom door. Am I getting?
I hope he had a line.
Possibly, yeah.
Something straight out of a movie. I got a tweet from Zach Wooten saying, "Tell Brian I believe the feed is off. I can't hear anything. It might be a problem on my end."
Shit. Tweet him back. Tell him to refresh. Let me take a quick look at my.
It's looking good to me on my end here. I can pull up a little link. And
You know,
make sure.
to me, it's actually working. I got the.
All right.
Yep, it is working. So it's definitely on your end. I just pulled up the link and I heard Ramsey's sultry voice. So yeah,
Awesome.
so
I told him.
we had someone tweet us the stream wasn't working last time, and it might just be on YouTube's in there. So get your shit together, cocksucker.
The internet.
All right, we're gonna give this guy Nick a call. He asked me to call him. Let's see if Nick has anything smart to add to the discussion here.
Cool. Hey, Brian, you mind if I smoke up on your podcast here?
Yeah, man, I don't give a shit. You can do whatever you want.
I might join you.
Yeah. Can you imagine? I'm calling these guys and they don't fucking pick up.
I know. What the hell, man?
Hello?
Nick,
Hey, what's up?
Nick, it's
Brian.
It's Front Row Brian. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? Watching the fights.
Yeah, so am I. I got Jake,
What up?
at the MMA podcast, and I have the legendary Ramses. What's your fucking handle on Twitter, Ramses?
At the Aunt Jimmy Show, but I'm the word on the street, man. That's
Word on
it.
the street.
Word on the street.
Yeah, cool.
So,
Who do you guys think are going to win?
Of which fight? This fight here?
Sean
Yeah,
Jordan.
right here.
Yeah, I mean, I like this guy Sean Jordan, man. After he gave him that Shawn Michaels super kick on the last fight, this guy's fat as fuck, dude. He's put on a bunch of weight. I mean, he looks like an out of shape Mark Hunt.
Wait. Mark Hunt looks like an out of shape Mark Hunt.
Yeah, that was a lie. There's a beautiful area. You know, somebody asked me today if I don't like Ariani, and you know, I think sometimes people kind of misinterpret some of the things I say. And no, I don't have any ill will towards Ariani. I think actually I've said some good things about her. I think it's amazing that. You know, she's got to be in great shape 365 days a year. I mean, you know,
That's right.
you know, for she's a role model. I mean, she keeps herself healthy. I mean, you know, I don't, you know, she's done some funny things, you know, like Mayhem Miller or something like that. But no, I don't have anything against Ariani, and anything about the Ring Card Girls is just you know, good natured humor.
What?
Yeah, she's OG,
It's
man.
just future Hall of Famer.
What
Yeah,
came
well-
out with that thing about her like beating up her boyfriend or some shit? Like she got arrested and then like was a ring card engineer the same night and the charges got dropped. What was that all about a year or two ago?
Yeah, so she was over at the Wynn Resort in Las Vegas with a guy that she was dating at the time, an Indian guy. He looked like the guy from Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, how did that guy get with her, man? He's like, that guy's a goofy-looking fucking guy.
Goofy looking motherfucker. I guess he had a bunch of money, but you know, I googled him. And, like he owned like a place that like repaired fucking cell phones. So I don't know. I don't know. But well, maybe it is. So they got in a little tussle, and I mean, from what I read, I think Ariani fucking crane kicked him.
Yeah, she like up-kicked his ass and shit.
Yeah, fucking crane kicks the motherfucker. And,
Jesus.
yeah, so she gets sent to jail, which to me is totally ridiculous. How do you send a 110-pound girl to jail for kicking some jabroni? I mean, come on. It's just so anyway. I think around like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. she gets released and she goes direct to the show. I forget what show it was. It was Memorial Day. It was one of the big Vegas shows.
Yeah. It was all over Twitter, man, the free Ariani movement.
Free Ariani.
Hell yeah. Those charges didn't stick, I believe.
Yeah, Dana probably helped her out in that one.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So what are we looking at here?
Cage hugger.
Just got a text from Dwayne Finney. He's in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and there's a fucking hurricane coming through there. And he just asked me what time we're going to give him a call. It's always cool. It's always cool talking to Dwayne.
Nice.
Like he's asking me like what time, and like this is a professional broadcast. Like I don't know. This is a broadcast where I call the callers. Usually the callers go. But so
this is a cage hugger. This guy's going for some kind of arm lock that he knows he'll never get. That's where I'm at right now.
There's not a lot. I mean, Nick, what is on your mind? What's on your mind as far as MMA, the current events?
Current events?
Yeah.
John Jones.
Well, one thing just for this fight right now is I don't know why guys don't use the switch a lot more in positions like this. Like, you're a wrestling fan, Brian. You know.
Yeah.
Switch. Like, I don't understand. Like,
the switch.
High school wrestling, I'm it. Like, when I see that, rotate? It's just like, oh my god, yeah.
I'm a wrestling fan. I don't pretend to know all that much about it. I always go to Ben Askren and I ask him, hey, would this, does this work? And he'll fucking tell me, no, that's not going to work in a fucking cage. No. I still can't get over how fat Jordan is, man. He looks like fucking Rulon Gardner.
He's a big fucking butterball, dude.
I can't, he got busted for the gimmick when he was a fullback at LSU. He was like 260, fucking muscled up, jacked, and then got busted for gimmick. This is like 10 years. I think he was there when Nick Saban was there.
I'll be damned if he can lift that leg up that high again this time.
I mean, and who is this jabroni? Magomedov?
Yeah, actually the favorite in this fight, minus 185, the Russian.
He looks like a damn middleweight.
Yeah, the dude, this is his third fight in the UFC, has yet to lose in the UFC. Lost like 4 years ago back in the Ukraine or some sketchy shit. But looking to go 3-0 in the UFC. This is really the first non-bum he's fought, but yeah, I would for sure score that a 10-9 to Magomedov.
Oh, hey, Brian. The round just ended for me. I have no idea who won, but I got to ask you, where are you at with the Dave Scholler tribal tattoo fiasco?
I actually got a call from a pretty big power broker in the industry, and he's like, I was just talking to your boy, and I'm like, yeah, who? He's like, Dave Scholler, and I was like, fuck him. And because Dave Scholler, I mean, he's trying to be cute. He hangs around fucking Dana, and then he thinks he's some kind of fucking badass. Now, I'm joking around about some kind of fucking tribal tattoo. I don't even know if the motherfucker has a tribal tattoo. I'm joking around with the guy. And then he wants to get all personal about like where I live, and then throws out the stereotypical MMA fan put down. Oh, you're 30 and you live with your parents. Well, I mean, he's got his information fucking wrong, number one. But then that guy's not going to bother me one more time because I put the motherfucker on blast, and I know a lot about the guy that I didn't say anything just because it was never serious. I never, I want to hurt this guy's reputation. It was never like that. It was like, you want to start getting fucking personal with me? Dude, you fucking quit the UFC. You quit on your team to go work for Kevin Harvick Racing, be their communications director.
Fuck?
And now you want to be all fucking badass? Fuck off, Scholler.
What the fuck?
He was a nobody until John Jones threw him off the fucking stage.
Oh, yeah. He's a fucking bum, man. It's like this. It's the Dana syndrome. You hang around with Dana, and you think you're a fucking badass.
Unless I offered him a better paycheck, I guess. Racing, what the fuck? Who even watches that?
Well, the funny.
Oh, he's not in the UFC anymore. He's in something else now.
No. The UFC they gave him a new title in a race, so he came back. But the bottom line is he quit because he wasn't happy. He was getting worked to death. Like they work their employees to death, and they don't pay him too well. And to give you an idea, that Kevin Harvick racing team that doesn't exist anymore. Harvick races for another company. Because it's hard to keep those racing teams afloat unless you have access to great sponsorship.
Or Dave Scholler.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I'm watching this fucking fat guy try to lift up some guy that he should be able to lift up.
Now here,
nope. He did. Nope. Oh shit.
Now here's a guy that looks like highly suspicious for gimmick because, I never watched this guy and said this guy's a fat fuck. He was a little chunky, but he always looked muscular, solid.
Man, he's always been a fat fuck.
This fat? I mean, like I said, he looks like a mini Roland Gardner.
Every time I see him fight, I call him a fat fuck.
I'm seeing a tribal
tattoo. That muscle. He's just a big, thick, fat guy. He's got the football body.
Yeah, but he's got like an offensive lineman. I mean, he was a fullback, fullbacks are usually like 240, 250. He went for the Shawn Michaels super kick. Did you see that?
Jordan got a toenail in the eye. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Ruslan's got case.
It's always tough with these Russian guys and the guys from Dagestan. It's always tough telling them apart because they don't have these ugly tattoos that the American fighters have and the Brazilian.
Yeah, they all have the same names and shit.
Yeah, they all have the same names. They don't have these ugly tattoos. They all wear the same shorts. Like even out of it, I know in the UFC you have to wear the same shorts, but like even out of it, they'll walk in there with like jogging shorts. They won't even wear board shorts.
Definite tribal tattoo on the back of Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a few.
They have the same $3 haircut.
They all got like they all got like the same beard, yeah.
And you know what? I'm like, hey, I kind of respect that. That is their culture, and they're true to their culture. They don't, come into being a mixed martial artist and say, I need to get a fucking tattoo now because everybody else has one.
I'd get one if I could fucking think of something that would stick for the rest of my life. But there ain't nothing.
I never really understood the whole tattoo thing, because and I've heard people say to me, yeah, but some people put tattoos that are really meaningful to them on their body. And I say, well, if it's that meaningful to you, like if it's your mother, let's say your mother's name is Mary.
Right.
Now, can't you just remember Mary? Why would you need to write it on your body so that other people can see it? What's the point?
Whether it's your thing or not.
Yeah.
That's not your thing.
And when you get it on a part of your body that you can't even see, it makes even less sense. I see Super Kalo.
I mean, they're
spotting the moose.
I mean, there are MMA fighters with the tramp stamp, which that to me,
yeah.
Like
fucking Gray Maynard's got the tramp stamp. I think he's one that comes right to the top of my head.
He must have been. He was drunk that night for sure. You ever see that interview he did where he's like drinking beer in the morning?
I know.
It's
a good one, man. Oh shit.
Yeah, well, anyway, I thought the Gray
Maynard.
Fuck him, man. He just fell off. He sucks now.
Yeah, I was actually at this arena, this Toyota Center arena, UFC 136, and I think that was like Gray Maynard's last hurrah. That's when he like stopped being Gray Maynard. He was a fucking badass. And then Edgar finally finished him at UFC 136. I don't think he's ever been the same since.
Yeah, the Frankie fights. Frankie just takes your soul, man. Everybody fights. They just suck after he beats him.
Oh, for sure.
Was that the
Cub Swanson? He looked like bad in that Max Holloway fight. That was right after Frankie, of course.
I haven't seen him in a while. Was that Gray Maynard fight you saw, Brian? Was that the one where fucking Clay Guida did the fucking 26K marathon?
I don't know. It was the one. It was Chael versus Brian Stan. and Jose Aldo versus Kenny Florian.
yeah.
I don't know if you remember that one.
Yeah, that was
Oh, of
fucking
course not.
136, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
That was the first one. That was that was the second one. Yeah, that was the second one.
Here's Jordan coming on Magomedov. I think a little too little, too late. Unless I
Yep.
guess you never know with these heavyweights though.
Cage hugging. Always cage hugging, man.
But you shouldn't be looking for a takedown because it's not like you're going to submit this guy. Unless he's trying to set up something else.
They just get like so tired from the walkout. It's like it's the cage hugging time, man, with these heavyweights.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been feeling the main card tonight. It just hasn't been that good.
Yeah, we're on our way to a third kind of lame decision here. Unless Magomedov can end it here.
Spinning
Jesus.
shit.
Oh, it looks like
I want some more Sage Northcutt. I want to play his fight 85 more times.
Yo, I guarantee.
Nick,
they
are
show
you
it
a
next.
are you a Northlake fan?
Guarantee.
Oh
George
no, dude!
Scott.
I just can't stand him. I just look at him. I want to punch him.
Yeah, I mean my thing with him is not his look or anything or his personality. I was talking about it earlier. It's just like win a couple fights and we'll start talking about you. But I hate being force fed shit by this UFC machine. Like just stop.
Yeah.
But I guess it works.
I tweeted that they already cast him in Expendables 4, man.
Yeah, like his father's Dolph Lundgren, right?
Oh my god.
And Jordan is crying blood. I think it's from that toenail he took in the eye.
Was it? Oh, was it really?
Or maybe it's above. I don't know. He's blind. He's blind. Not looking good.
Hey Nick, I gotta give Tom Lawler a call and Dwayne Finley. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Give us your Twitter.
Yeah, give us your Twitter.
I think my Twitter is Barnes at BarnesNick19. I think. I think Evans, if he's not shot, is going to beat Bader, and I'm feeling Cormier for.
So I think he said Rashad over Bader and Cormier over Gustafsson. Problem with
a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I heard that too. He must have Metro PCS. I don't know.
Hey, thanks, Nick. Take care, man. So let's give Dwayne a call.
Cage hugging again.
So Dwayne is down in Myrtle Beach, like I was saying. He might be drinking a little gimmick here. We'll see.
Hopefully, it's 11:30. Man, what the fuck? This fucking monster. It's not kicking in, man. Or maybe it's this fucking boring ass cage hugger fight. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean those energy drinks, man, are bullshit.
Yeah, I just need some caffeine because I'm on so much fucking medication and painkillers.
Can you give any of us? Can you send those to us? Or?
Monsters or some painkillers, man? You got some pain? You've been training?
What's up, my brother?
Dwayne, what's going on?
Not much, my friend. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I got some Coors Lights, and I got a couple guys on the line with me. I got Jake from the MMA podcast and Ramses.
The word on the street.
The word on the street. So what's going on, Dwayne?
Not much, man. I'm also enjoying a few colds. I'm here in Myrtle Beach riding out Hurricane Joaquin with some Pilsners and some face punching, brother.
Did you say pills?
Pilsners.
I got some
I was
pills.
like, yeah.
He's like hell
I'm not
yeah.
the only one.
Like, what song is that? Hank Williams song, "Pills and 90 Proof." All my rowdy friends have settled down.
Yeah. I wish. I think I'm hanging out with the wrong people though.
So, what is it like in Myrtle? What the fuck's going on in Myrtle?
Well, in the Myrtle, we originally came down here because my missus wanted to catch a 311 concert, so we booked the tickets, and we have a buddy who he's actually a fighter. He's just fought in that crazy arena combat thing where it's 2-on-2. My buddy Brandon Bushaw, but he owns a bar down here. So then the concert got canceled because of this stupid fucking hurricane. So we decided to come down because every time we come down here, man, it's just the beer's cold and it never stops flowing, and we get a discount. So I was like, fuck yeah, let's keep it going.
Yeah, I was down there 2 weeks ago. Is it by Broadway by the beach, or where's it at?
Oh no, yeah, just south of it. Actually, it's the first little town south of Myrtle is Surfside.
Okay.
So yeah, he owns Island Bar and Grill in Surfside, but Broadway at the beach is a good time, man. That's could you believe how much, like, there's a ton of shit to do in there, man.
Hey, I just got a tweet from this guy, _Fleek, and he said, "Oh, you have Dwayne on, big deal. Your ratings will climb if you have his kid on."
Oh shit! I
oh, dude, hey,
Fleek. Fleek's good people.
Yeah, Brian has seen Savage work in action, man. The kid knows how. The kid is a future superstar. Either that or he's the next Bernie Madoff. Either way, I'm going to get paid. So
he's quite the entertainer. So I'm at the UFC in Chicago when Tom Lawler fought, and I'm sitting a couple, maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 rows behind your son, and I think your wife was there with him, and I don't know who else was there, but man, he had the whole fucking arena. He started dancing, and I don't know what music they were playing, but the people were into him, man.
Oh yeah, man. He's not. Yeah, like because you hit me up and you're like, dude, I'm sitting back here and I'm watching your son, and he's tearing it up. And then my wife sent me a video, and he's out in the aisle dancing, and like people were going crazy. But he's just like, how like most kids, like when they're like at like 6 or 7, they're kind of like spastic and weird. Like my son is like, if you took Jeff Spicoli and the dude and put him in a 7-year-old body, like he's just a party anytime, anywhere he's at. It's crazy. Like but the thing is ever since I've been working from home, writing MMA, ever since he was a baby, so like he's grown up bantering with me. You know what I mean? So, like, the kid's sharp, man. Like, he's a little Zach Morris.
Yeah, he's a character, man. So how did you get into this MMA writing game? Because, you've been, a lot of people, they'll do play-by-play, or, they'll give hot takes. And, there's so many of those guys. And you're one of the few who excel at the long form and are able to craft a story, like a storyteller. How did you get into this, and why did you take that path?
Well, dude, you just said it perfectly, man. Like the whole journalist thing that people try to do in MMA, I've never claimed to be a journalist. I'm a storyteller. And it's funny because I came from creative fiction. I don't have a journalism degree. I was writing books and working and doing like rewrites for screenplays back in 2007, and working that avenue. But I was a huge MMA fan, I guess, like we all are when we get into the sport. And as it turns out, one of my buddies was a huge BJ Penn fan, and he was like, hey, man, BJ's got this site, and then I think they're looking for writers. So he put me in contact with BJPenn.com. Because if you remember, at that time, BJPenn.com back in like 2008, 2009, that was BJ's thing. So it was like surging and growing. And so I emailed them, and they wanted to see some of my work. So I sent them some copy from the book that I had coming out. And since I could put a sentence together, does that work for them? At the time, is it? Yeah, go ahead.
What was the book you were working on?
Oh, so it's a book called Cypher, okay, and it got published in 2008 on St. Patrick's Day, and and I know, Brian, I know you love like some conspiracy theory stuff, dude, because I'm all about that. So the book was it's a story. Okay, so basically, just a long and a short. The the main character goes to work. He's a 25 whatever, and he's hungover, so he dips out of work that morning, goes to get something to eat, and then the plane's hit, and you find out that he worked at the North Tower. It's 9/11. Shit's going crazy. So he decides. He meets another guy. They decide to cash in on his life insurance because it's going to take the government a long time to figure out who's actually dead, who's not dead in that wreckage, and so then he pulls it off, but he has the money transfer, or has the policy put in a bank in Oregon. So they got to go across the country pick this up because it doesn't become a felony until he actually tries to get the money, right? Like,
did you consult with my friend Chael Sonnen? He's an expert at money laundering.
Yeah, I so wish I had known Uncle Chael during that time, but I didn't. But I did. How I got the idea, man, is I have a buddy who works for the government, and we were just bullshit one day, and he's like, "Man, you would not believe how many people tried to cash in on like how many fraudulent insurance claims came out of 9/11. It's this big patriotic day, and so that's what kind of the base of the story is about. But the story's called Cipher because every odd chapter is the past. Every even chapter is the present. So it creates two separate story arcs, and if you put the two arcs together, it's a circle. So it's a cipher. And I thought, coming as because I was still working manual labor at the time. I was working in a lumberyard 80 hours a week, writing at night. And then so when the book got published, I'm like, hell yeah, man, this is my Grisham moment. Well, I didn't know anything about business, and it sucked. So yeah, I was just like, man, I don't think I'm gonna write anymore. And the MMA thing happened. So yeah, everybody else in MMA does these hot takes, these opinion pieces. I just tell stories, man. And I was told a long time ago, oh man, you can't make a career just telling stories. And here I am, man, fucking 7 years later, and I'm still here, still doing the same thing.
It's a good story. Hey, Jake, can you take the wheel here while I go get some more beer gimmick?
Of course.
And then we'll get Filthy Tom on here. He's feeling better with Dwayne.
Magomedov won, by the way, for anybody who...
Yeah.
It didn't matter, though.
No, it was a boring ass fight. We have the Rashad Evans and Bader fight getting ready to kick off. Evans making his walk. Dwayne, what do you think about this fight? It's been a while since we've seen Evans step in. It's been a couple of years.
Yeah, man. I actually think this, I think they're at two different points of their career, man. I'm a huge Rashad fan, but I just don't know how hungry he is anymore, based off the Little Knock fight, right? Rashad has been a stud forever. Bader is on, Bader's coming out of his shell talking shit to DC, on this win streak, but he needs to beat Rashad, to have a chance of getting up into the title realm. If the Rashad of old shows up, Bader's in huge trouble. But I'm just not quite sure, man. I just got this sneaking suspicion that it's kind of Bader's time. I'm not quite sure, with the layoff, exactly where Rashad's head's at or what he has left,
Yeah. Usually if a fight is even 60-40, I know which way to lean, but I honestly have no idea. I mean, you have Bader, who's been looking good, but seems to slip once he gets to the point where he's a win away from elevating himself up to title status. Whether it was the Jones fight, even the Tito fight, Lyoto, Glover, he slips up. Evans, I mean, who knows what we're going to see out of Evans?
Hey Jake, I'm calling Tom.
All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, if Evans comes out like he did against Little Nog, he's gonna get starched. But
man, I think Bader's he's a gatekeeper, guys. In my opinion, I mean, they bring him out when they want the other guy to win. Rashad Evans, they want him to win. And then or test him to see how Rashad's doing. Tito came back,
Tom?
Tested him.
Tom,
unmute. Filthy Tom.
Mr. Filthy, are you there?
Nah, I guess not.
I think he needs to plug in his mic or whatever the hell's going on.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll coordinate with him. What were you
Yeah.
guys saying?
Evans versus Bader. Who you got, man?
I'm going with Bader.
Yeah. I mean, Tito whooped his ass.
Yeah, he's never gonna live that down. Man, I
It doesn't matter what you're saying, Brian.
oh, there he is.
He just got filthy in here.
Yeah.
Filthy Tom Lawler.
I hung up on you. How are you on the
I
line?
was waiting for you guys to shut up so I could make an introduction.
Man, Rashad looks fucking good, huh?
Yep.
Jeez.
He looks like a man who knows he will not be tested afterwards.
Has the fight started yet, or I don't know if my
It's about
feed's
to.
behind or what?
Buffer's introducing him.
I have.
No,
I,
they're
so-
going.
I have
Fight.
Dean
Mine
about
is
to
Buffer.
square him off.
I got 450.
We're a little behind, Dwayne.
Okay.
All right, my first round just started.
So Tom, it's we got Jake, we got Ramses, and Dwayne Finley on the line.
What's up, Tom? It's an honor, man.
It's an honor. That's absolutely sad. I'm sorry.
I know, man, but it's filthy, man. Filthy.
Is this Ramses?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the street right here, man.
Straight from Egypt, straight from the sarcophagus.
You know the name.
Sweet.
I'm always impressed when someone does.
So Tom, Ramses is getting a hip replacement or two hip surgeries, right?
I got the hip replacement this month and some dental surgery going down this next week. So yeah, basically, Tom, it's an honor. This might be the last time anyone ever hears me, and if so, I'm glad I was on a podcast with you. I'm glad that I got the chance to do that, man.
I appreciate it.
Evans looks good, man.
Yeah, hopefully one of these guys doesn't need dental surgery after this fight.
So Tom, who did you pick in this one?
I don't know. I guess Bader just because of ring rust, but
Yeah.
as I can attest to, that's not always the case.
Nah, this is a setup,
Yeah.
man. This is a setup.
Yeah, well, Filthy came out throwing hammers in Chicago. So it was it was fun to see how everybody, because Brian, you said earlier, how everybody has hot takes and opinions, and that side of MMA media. It was funny to see how everybody wrote Tom off, and then Tom come out, throwing thunder and getting the job done. So I was happy to see Tom get his hand raised, and then everybody jump on like, oh yeah, man, we knew Lawler could get it done. It was like, MMA media, they jump ship so quick,
Yeah, man. I mean, I think you're totally right. I mean, Tom can certainly speak for himself, but I think he felt his back was up against the wall, and not too many people believed in him. And I can only imagine the satisfaction he had when he had his hand raised after that fight.
Most of it was due to the fact that I knew I was going to be able to share a few cold brews with you, Brian.
And, yeah, we
That shot that Bader took there, that one looked a little rough. It looked like
Shot's going for the kill.
Oh yeah, Bader took a terrible shot on my feed.
Who was the jabroni that was fucking around with people again? Gay.
Clay.
Oh,
yeah.
Have you heard from that guy?
Yeah, he was at Invicta in Kansas City randomly a few weeks ago.
Oh God, what was he up to? His usual shenanigans?
No, he just popped his head out, said what's up, and then took off. I don't know. His dad apparently lives in every city in the U.S. because everywhere I go, that's what his. Hey, my dad lives here. Oh yeah.
So, how you guys scoring this so far?
Rashad is, I don't know, man. Bader keeps jabbing him.
I think I have Bader. I think I have Bader. Winning the round so far. I think he's just. I think he's throwing Rashad off. Did you see that? I know I'm a little ahead of you, but Rashad just took a big deep breath, man. I think Tom, have you ever trained with Bader before?
Yes, yeah, I have.
Yeah, and I don't think people understand. Bader's a monster of a human being. He's remarkably huge.
Yeah, you guys were on The Ultimate Fighter together, weren't you?
Yeah, I lost to him.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing it up, Jay.
Oh. Oh. God.
I'm getting ready for a big fight. I'm getting ready for a big fight over here, and you're killing my confidence, Brian.
Let me ask you guys a question, Tom and Brian. Like, you guys started this podcast off, man. It's fucking great. But you guys, like, you guys, can go outside of the boundaries of all these other podcasts are trying to be analytical and I think this, I think that. You guys bring the straight dope all the time, and you guys are hilarious. Like, you guys kind of sit back, and I know you guys just kind of started this as a thing that you guys want to have fun with, but can you see your momentum building, like that you guys are the hero MMA needs but may not quite deserve?
The Dark Knights.
Yeah.
Man.
I really don't know, Dwayne, to be honest with you. I kind of started it. I started by myself, and then by the third episode, I was like, "Oh fuck, you can't do this. You need somebody, or else this ain't gonna work."
I'd like to think.
Go ahead, Tom.
Brian, I think we're slowly building momentum, just like Ryan Bader, towards his eventual title shot.
Yeah.
It's very slow build. Nobody really wants to see it, but eventually it's gonna get there.
Yeah.
Podcasting is a grind, man. I told you, but I also told you it would be fun as hell.
Yeah, I mean, it is a grind. I mean, there's no money in it, at least not yet. But it is one of those things like I'm talking about the same stuff I'd be talking about for free. So it's like, why not just let people listen?
Yep. Round one. Anybody want to score it?
10-9 Bader.
Really? Bader? You got Ramses, Dwayne, and Tom.
Both are throwing.
Hey, did Brock Lesnar fight yet? Tom?
Oh yeah, that happened a couple hours ago.
Oh,
that show started at 8 your time.
So I assume Brock, did he F5 Big Show?
Hey man, I can't give you any spoilers.
Okay.
But yes. So yeah, he did.
So are we pretty much in agreement that Ryan Bader got the first round?
I
think so. Yeah, I mean, I think he outworked him.
Yeah, I mean, this would be a huge victory for Ryan Bader. I mean, Tom, we were talking with Bader right after UFC 187, right before he charged Daniel Cormier at the fucking press conference.
Yeah.
Do you think I egged him on a little bit?
No, I think whatever alcohol he had in his system.
But let me ask you guys this: with Bader, the Bader, I think his confidence means so much. Like on Tom's side of it, man. Like that's what fascinates me as a writer. I love seeing these things. Like I love seeing a guy like Cub Swanson or even Cowboy Cerrone, man. When something clicks confidence wise, all the talent they have like lines up. With Bader, he kind of got thrown to the wolves and kind of got pulled back, and like as was mentioned earlier, he kind of shit the bed in some big spots, but now his confidence is going. Like he's talking shit to Cormier, like you said, charged him at the press conference.
Oh no,
it's a different Bader.
Son of a bitch! Why'd you gonna do that?
Bader took Evans down. I don't know if you guys are at that.
I thought something bad had happened. I thought because I'm a little bit behind you guys apparently.
Yeah, I was thinking
something bad happened to Evans.
Twisted ankle in a mat or something, or come on, you can't do that to us.
Oh, it took him down again. I'm gonna have to pause for a couple seconds so we're all synced up.
Yeah, I'm at 303, 302.
I'm at 304. Yeah,
Okay.
And I'm at 216.
You're from the future. You're from the future on your pills.
I'm my Pilsner.
Yeah, Tom. I thought he said he was drinking with and doing pills, and he said no, it was Pilsner.
I'm the only one on pills right here, guys.
Yeah.
Pre-op.
I heard that
Pre-op.
bottle shaking like Tic Tac over here. You're taunting me, bro.
Hell yeah, man. It's all pre-op stuff I got to take. Painkillers and the like. Got to stay free from infection before surgery. I'm sure you've all been there.
Sure.
I'm on the whiskey and the green medicine gimmick tonight.
Oh no shit! You're doing the
Now
now.
joined by Action Bronson.
Now, Jake, you used to live in Colorado, right? I mean,
yeah.
so
I lived
so
in
when
Denver and just moved to Tallahassee, Florida, a couple months ago.
So when you wanted green medicine, would you just like go to fucking 7-Eleven or something? Like, how would you buy it? Like,
Go to a store.
I actually
Throw a
was
stone.
a member at a dispensary that was right down the road. It was cheap. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. I had
Stones
my
throw away.
red card and all of that. I went and saw a doctor and told her I was suffering from
anxiety.
yeah.
Or
I actually forget what I told her exactly, but yeah.
Rashad's bleeding.
Oh, is
Rashad,
he?
yeah.
Isn't a red card like a 20% deduction of your purse?
You just got
Yeah.
kicked in the face.
Oh, red.
Also, a big deduction off of taxes, which is why I got it, because actually when I moved there, they had just made it legal for recreational, but you have to pay taxes out the wazoo. So I got a medical license and saved a little money there. It only cost like $50 to actually get the little red card.
So I mean, it has the. I mean, I don't know anything about marijuana, to be honest with you. I just drink my Coors Light and try to. I have enough. Oh, Rashad hit him hard. I have enough bad habits, but has the cost?
Ryan.
What'd you say, Tom?
I said Rashad's eye, his right eye, looks pretty rough.
Yeah, it's puffing
I
up.
think Bader just punched him in the dick. Did you guys see that?
I think we're all at different parts. Hey,
I think he threw an uppercut and completely just.
I think we got 2 rounds to nothing for Ryan Bader.
I agree.
I agree.
Bader's breathing hard now, though.
Brian Stan just tweeted, Bader's jab is so improved. Looks solid versus Davis. Won him the second round. He's crediting his jab. And Bader trains out of Arizona, Power MMA, which is owned by a manager named Dave Martin. He's got a bunch of really tough guys there. Michael Chandler just went there. Miles Jury. I'm forgetting some guys. Dwayne, do you know the guys I'm forgetting? I think Darian Caldwell's going back there.
Yeah, Caldwell's there. Bader. It's like they have a co-ownership. Bader, Dalloway, and Simpson. Aaron's the head coach there. A bunch of the Alliance guys, the kind of made Exodus, like Chandler and Jury, like you said. They have, like you're mentioning about, like what Stan said about Bader's jab, man. Like I was there, I was there on my road trip and watched him, man. Like his footwork and his boxing in general just improved. I think what he said, he told me was his patience is what he needed. He needed to work on, because if you think about the Machida fight in Teixeira, you know, he had Glover rocked, and then he rushed in and got clipped and got put to sleep. So I think Bader moving beyond just being a wrestler and working some footwork in, man. Like, you know, he's never. I just don't think he's ever. You know, he's never going to beat Jones or DC. I don't think. But man, like, you know, Shad's pretty smooth, and Bader's taking it to him in this fight.
Man, his eye is really fucked.
It's closing, yeah. He's not seeing it coming now. Damn.
Do you guys think if Bader pulls this off and wins, do you think this is the last of Evans with everything he's had, with all the issues he's had? Do you think we see more Rashad?
Ooh, I don't know. I hope. You know what? I mean, he's got so many other things going on. It might behoove him to retire, and that would also move me one spot up in the rankings.
Yeah, so I hope he retires so Tom can move up in the rankings.
Yeah, I want that number 14 spot if Rashad.
You know, I mean, they could give Rashad more gigs. I mean, I know it's tough for him to go all the way from Boca to LA for Fox, so maybe he'll move to the West Coast.
What I heard, there was a rumor there was some problems with him and the Black Zillions or something. But
I heard he fired Glenn Robinson. Is that true? Do you guys know?
Yeah, he's not with Glenn Robinson anymore. He's with he's using Sherry Spencer, who
Yeah.
some fans might know as the woman that represented George St. Pierre and Frankie Edgar, like 2009, 2010, and then got fired by both in 2011, which I think the UFC had a lot to do with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that creates a strange situation because Rashad and Glenn started the Black Zillions together. So if you have Rashad out of there,
yeah, so did Bigfoot.
And, and Vitor.
Yeah, that's right.
Vitor's out of there too.
Wow.
Bader looks so much bigger than Rashad.
I think I would have to talk to Glenn. I don't want to speak for Glenn, but I think he's leaning the gym down a little bit. I think he spent a considerable amount of money in the past, and he's just trying to maybe go with more up and coming guys rather than some of the guys that can be really expensive to have on the roster. Like a Rashad Evans or a Vitor Belfort.
Yeah, because he used to pay. Remember, when Miguel Torres and those guys first went down there, like they got a signing bonus to come to the Black Zillions, if I recall.
Yeah, I mean, even you remember Kenny Florian used to go there, and it was just like, well, why are you going there? I mean, Kenny, he had his roots up in New England. Tom knows his background better than most, and all of a sudden he just started training in Boca.
Why do you think I know Kenny Florian's background better than most?
because you're a New England guy.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I know everything about Kenny Florian.
But you know about his training. I mean, don't you guys have similar? Did Tim train with him?
I mean, he may have
trained him.
No, I don't believe Tim trained him.
And Tim is Tim Burrell. He'll be on with Tom and I in the near future.
As long as they don't get food poisoning.
Yeah, we were supposed to do it yesterday, and Tom got sick. So
24 hours in bed. It was awful.
Which is really bad timing because young Finn Lawler is on his way, right? I mean,
yeah, but I'm recovered, so.
And Dwayne, I mean, you have Savage. How many kids do you have?
I have two. I have Savage is my youngest, and then I have a 12-year-old daughter, Zoe.
Yeah. So I was talking to Ben Askren, and Ben said, don't watch the baby come out. It will never be the same.
That was the best line of the last fight party. What the fuck?
I was like, I don't have any kids, so it didn't mean anything to me. But I was like, you know what? Maybe I should tell Tom that. Maybe I should hey Tom, it might not be the best situation if you actually.
Hey, Tom, are you and your girl expecting, or has the baby come out yet?
No, could be at any moment.
Let me tell you this. Just like Brian said, I was told the same thing, and then my girl went into labor, and it took forever, and just it slowed and stopped, and by so it was like 30 hours in, and the doctor, when he was ready to roll, he's like, "Hey, Dad, grab the leg." So I grabbed the leg, and then he made it. He's like, "Oh," he goes, "Look, it's starting to crown the baby," and my brain was like, "Don't look." But but the other part of my brain was like, it couldn't help itself. I looked, and the rest, the little baby's head started to come out, and then you know how you size proportion things, right? You're like, oh man, that's silly. If you're holding up like a baseball to a basketball, you're like, I can kind of guess how big it is. And dude, this head, when the head came out, it was like fucking monstrous. It blew my mind. And,
a monster.
Yeah. And Brian seen my wife, man. She's tiny, and I was just like, holy shit, this thing, it took me years to recover. So, yes.
Yeah,
I would.
Tom, his wife's very petite, and
it was crazy, man.
So,
it took me forever to get over it. But yeah, it what Brian is saying is true. That you just don't quite look at it the same for a while.
So Tom, what are you gonna do?
Shout out to Mrs. Finley.
I'm gonna stare straight into it like it's the sun.
Are you gonna watch it or what?
Hell yeah, I'm watching.
Oh.
I think Bader took it.
Sure. Looks like we got a unanimous decision to Ryan Bader, a deserving one.
Yeah, 5 straight for Bader, man.
Oh, Rashad. Oh man.
Are you okay over there?
I had some money on it. I'm not gonna lie.
So,
Oh, fuck.
do we all agree that Ryan Bader is going to get passed over again because John Jones gets the title shot, or
Absolutely.
what
So,
happens here?
yeah, I don't think there's any question. I mean, so who would Bader fight?
Rumble.
Thomas Lawler.
Rumble. Yeah, yeah, Rumble. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. He's coming off a win. Or Tom after November 7th will be coming off a win too.
I'm taking a break after November 7th.
Well, what if Uncle
waiting
Dana,
for UFC 200?
What if Uncle Dana calls you up
Breaking
and says,
news.
"Hey, we got something for you, man."
He ain't gonna call me.
I don't know.
Tom
Tom,
needs just to go balls out and be like, you know what, I'm because I'd say, Tom, I thought your post-fight speech was awesome. You're like, hey, look, I'm coming for it. I'm here to wreck shop. But see, that's the thing. Is like you're connected with the most powerful man in MMA and MMA media and FRB, and that's what's so crazy is you see so many people talk shit about Brian, but they can't wait to have a beer with this fucking guy. Like I've seen it, man. Like I've seen how they swarm around him, and it's so funny because they're all like, I think they all want to try to be on his good side, but nobody keeps it more real than my boy Brian. That's why we joke about it, because every time we see each other, man,
What about Chris Sturgill? He
Chris Sturgill, yeah,
he keeps it real.
Yeah,
he's the real.
There is this guy Chris Sturgill on Twitter, and so after he knocked out whatever the guy's name is, Volante.
Volante.
Yeah. So I'm going out with Tom and his friends, having a good time, and I tell this guy Chris, hey, you can roll with me, come on. And he's this country guy.
I thought he was
what Tom?
I thought he was your lifelong buddy.
No, I mean he's followed me on Twitter for a couple of years, but yeah. So what did he do? He bought you. Or do we all do like because I said I had after the after the incident at Ben Askren's house, I stopped doing liquor because I broke his fridge and broke plates and really
vomited all over Mr. Chael Sonnen.
Well, that was after.
Oh, okay.
That was after that.
That was your wake up call.
Yeah, that was kind of my come to Jesus moment. So yeah. So the reason I bring it up is and then Chris is like, yeah, but we did the gimmick Tullamore do because you said your mom was born in Tullamore, Ireland, County Tullamore.
I said that?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that she was.
I said that?
No, Chris.
Oh.
Did I say you?
Yeah, I was like, what?
Chris Sturgill.
Yeah, okay.
And he's like, yeah, you didn't stop. And I was like, oh, shit, did I really? I didn't fucking remember.
Yeah. You were too busy. Yeah, too busy in the alley with our buddy Clay.
Yeah. So I think you guys have heard about Clay. Clay was an incredible annoyance. I mean, he was doing. I mean, I think he grabbed John Wood. John Wood is Tom's coach. I think he grabbed his dick.
I think it went further than that.
And John just seemed he just seems like a nice guy. He wasn't going to go out of his way to say anything bad about people. Like me, on the other hand, yeah, I will say shit, just for the fun of it.
And Mrs. Finley, we were actually just talking about your private part on Front Row Brian and Tom Lawler's podcast because we're talking about baby delivery. So when you hear this later, don't be appalled. I said they were beautiful.
Yeah, and I said she was very petite. So
and he said you were very petite. So yes. So there was a.
You did use the word monstrous, though.
I did not say monstrous.
Yeah, I'm on pills and the green medicine. I don't know what I'm talking about.
So Clay, tell me about this Clay guy.
Yeah, so man, it was weird. I mean, all of Tom's friends, because this was really the first fight that I was around, Tom's family and all of his friends, and everybody was fucking cool. I had a great time. But there was this one fucking jabroni that was like all this gay shit, which
That guy.
like if you're gay, fine, it doesn't mean anything to me. But like when you start like touching people and like out of nowhere, it's just like,
Yeah.
dude, what the fuck you
They
doing?
flame on when
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
flaming, dude. Like fire extinguisher time.
And
Yeah, man.
I mean, I was ready to like fucking slug this guy. And apparently he's fought professionally, so he'd obviously be able to beat my ass. But it was a matter of principle at that point. I was like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, man.
I thought I saw you two make it out.
Well, I mean, after that talk, I mean, come on.
Speaking of you almost taking on fighters, I think, Brian, the first ever time you and me had a cold beer, open workouts, UFC 187, you almost mixed
Oh,
it
that
up
son
with,
of a bitch.
with
Bill
Smallwood.
Smallwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Smallwood. Yeah.
Is that the Indian guy?
Yeah, I mean,
Who's that?
I told him he was a fucking jabroni for the stunt that he pulled. He pulled some stunt on Chael during a question and answer thing, and I said that was fucking stupid. And he tried to say like he was part of the wrestling community. I was like, well, if you're part of the fucking wrestling community, you wouldn't try to embarrass somebody or pull an angle on somebody out of nowhere like that. Like he was trying to say he was boys with Daniel Cormier and all the guys at Oklahoma State. And it's like, you're a fucking jabroni. You're nobody. I don't even know who you are. And what?
Had Tom ever heard of him?
I don't know.
I don't know who he is.
Bill
Nobody
Small.
had
I mean,
heard.
if you put him into Sherdog, he's had some fights. I mean, Jake, you can tell a story. You tell a story better than me.
Yeah. Alan at Westland Eagle AH. Alan, Brian, and I are sitting there. I think
This is UFC 167.
just selling. Sitting, chilling, not getting too loud or anything. And this fighter is alone and comes and sits with us and is talking and asks, hey, who is your fighter you're here to see? And we say, yeah, we're all big Chael fans. And he goes, oh, you aren't gonna like me. And then he tells this story. Yeah, at a Q&A, I was the one who punked Chael, blah blah blah. And then Brian's like, I remember you, and tells the guy off, and it gets heated to the point where all the tables around us, in like GSP is on the stage, I think like blindfolded, rolling with Hoist Gracie or some shit. But everyone's looking at our table because, voices are getting louder. It's looking like, I mean, the guy is being a total ass, being like, oh yeah, well, I have fighters up in my room, and I'll go get him, and I'll beat the shit out of all three of you. And Alan are like, the fuck, we just been sitting here this whole time. But the guy actually was a total pussy, and Brian actually like kind of punked him out. Was like, dude, if you want to punch me in the face, do it. I mean. But yeah, the guy was talking up his record. Brian,
All bark.
Brian's like, you're a nobody.
But that's what people don't get
I think
about Brian,
I called
man.
him a bum.
Brian's as stand up as they come. Like so that's what I mean. Like if you operate on the fight circuit and you see Brian doing his thing and having a couple beers, like Brian and I have been friends for years. So that's what we do. If we see each other, like if we know we're in the same city, we'll stop and have beers. But then like the other MMA media guys, like it even hurts to associate myself in that quadrant, like MMA media. But like they'll want to like hang out with Brian for like just to be able to tweet about it, or then they'll go talk shit about him on Twitter later. Like it completely drives me nuts. You know what I mean? So yeah, but Brian's he doesn't pull any shit, man. Who was it? What fighter was trying to? Was it Dan Hardy? He was like, oh yeah, like on video, man, on video, bro. And you're like, dude, pay me, and make it worth my while, and otherwise I'm not doing it. And he was like, you won't face me, and I'm like, dude, Brian will show up.
Meet me in the lobby was his thing.
That was that was like 3 years ago, and I was like, yeah, dude, I'll talk to you. Yeah, I mean, what? I don't care. And but yeah, he wanted it on video. I was like, well, how are you going to distribute it? Are you going to make money from it? If I'm part of it, I want to make money too. And then he said that I was a pussy because I wanted money. I was like, all right.
Yeah. well, Tom, do you hear because I bet people totally love Brian when they talk to you about like, oh man, Brian's awesome. Like, do you ever hear anybody be like, why are you doing a podcast with Front Row Brian?
I'm sure.
Yeah, actually, man. I do hear that quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, he's being totally serious too.
Yeah, I'm not fucking around. People do ask me why.
Has Dana said anything?
No. What is this shit? No, why does Dana doesn't call me? Dana doesn't talk to me. He doesn't have my number. He's not calling me.
Hey, you know what? I can attest to this because there was people saying it was bullshit. 145 in Atlanta. That this is the power of Uncle Chael Pete. That they were not going to allow Brian in the building at 145, but Chael talked to UFC, talked to Dana. Because remember, dude, I ran into you on the fucking set of Fight Day. You were hanging out with Chael. Like, Chael got all that smoothed out for you, but people were like, oh, he's just trying to say that like he's a big deal. I'm like, no, dude, they had tried to ban this fucking dude. Like,
no, I have the email chain from Donna Merclone or Donna Mercleone, the director of operations there, and I was not welcome, and they had to they called Dana on his fucking jet or something. And they finally got approved only because Chael asked.
FRB's the legend, man. It tried to fight Chael in his own kitchen.
Hey,
I didn't. What's this Askren story, man? Like, I didn't hear this. Like, what did you do to the Funky Kitchen?
That I was a little too much liquor gimmick, and so I started wrestling with Mark Bader. Mark Bader is a great journalist, commentator. He does documentaries on flowwrestling.org. And it was just more like, joking around, and he kicked my ass. Because Bader.
Hair, Brian?
What's that, Tom?
Doesn't he have a sweet head of hair as well?
He does. Yeah, he has a lot more hair than me. So he wrestled with Ben. When Ben was a freshman, Mark Bader was a senior at the University of Missouri. So they're friends. So it was kind of like play wrestling, but he was really kicking my ass. So that, and I had quite a bit to drink, so that was the whole story.
No. You said there was plates broken, and then you puked in Ben's kitchen.
No. I don't. No, that was after that. That's when Chael came and picked me up.
Oh no!
Because I got there first, and then Chael was coming in to do when Ben wrestled a guy, Clayton Foster, who's a great wrestler from Oklahoma State. They were going to wrestle, so Chael was doing the commentary with Mark Bader, and he wasn't getting in until later that night. So,
all right. So has the fight started for you guys yet, or what?
Yeah, we have. It's about to start on mine. We have Cormier pacing back and forth.
I'm seeing DC right now.
All right,
they're about to go.
They're introducing Gustafsson with me, so.
I think Cormier should be able to take care of this guy. I don't know if he can finish him, but I think Cormier's better everywhere. So
it looks like he's in good shape, though.
Say that again, Tom?
Gustafsson looks like he's in pretty good shape. Looks like he's a better, he's got a better physique than normal.
Man, DC really rehydrated significantly, huh? Looked pretty sucked in. Now he looks.
The fight just started.
Yeah, but I feel like he's one of those guys. He's one of those guys, Brian, that kind of wears it in his face.
Yeah.
When he's cutting weight,
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Oh, big slam.
Oh, shit. You're quite a bit ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm at 437.
Really? I am.
Fuck. Fight hasn't even started for me. I might as well just stop watching.
All over the place.
Jesus. What the hell is up with this feed?
Well, hey, Tom, I have a question for you, man. With the, the IV ban and all this shit with the wrestling community has had it right forever. Like with the check-ins, with the weigh-ins.
There
Like, what do you think of the idea that if the UFC, because what do they do? Like after weigh-ins, don't they give you guys like a protein bar and like a coconut water or something, and like have a meeting with you? Why not have like monitored like rehydration stations? Like, why not have USADA look over it to make sure that the athletes
in the first place?
What was that?
Hey, if you want to cut that much weight, that's up to you. I mean, I don't feel bad for any of these guys that can't use the IV anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I've even heard, like Tom, when we talked with Brian Stan, he's a George Lockhart guy. And George Lockhart's a big believer in oral rehydration and not the IV.
Yeah.
I don't know the science behind it, but he says if you have the patience to do it, it is better for you come fight time.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I think anytime you do something naturally compared to, when you do something that's unnatural, and I view putting an IV in your body as unnatural. You have to take something and re-inject your body. Come on. Yeah, it is. It's a sin. Terrible.
Yes.
I'm trying to think, hey, Tom, like what? I'm trying to think what fight it was after. But you and I, we chatted at the Fight Magazine party. I think it was in Vegas. Your leg was all jacked up, man. You had like one of those like it wasn't a cast, but it's like a full leg brace on.
Yeah.
What fight was that after?
That was I just had knee surgery. That was 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Ago. So that was I just had knee surgery, like an ACL, MCL, and meniscus reconstruction. So.
God
yeah,
damn.
man. Because I remember they had us in that like small like VIP area, and man, I felt so bad for you trying to get around in that shit because it was so packed, Where was that smile on your face?
Was that at the Chateau?
Yeah.
At Paris?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
Party? Chateaus? What the hell are you guys, or I guess gentlemen, talking about?
That's the name of the nightclub, Chateau.
Chateau.
Oh, okay.
It's in Paris.
Which is it's here in Vegas. Bally's, Paris.
I don't go out much.
Yeah,
I
it's in
hate
Paris. Well, if you're in Vegas and you want to find Brian, you go to the Twin Peaks because they have the tall colds.
Man, now you can find Brian at the Hooters.
The Hooters Hotel. That's right.
Hell yeah, dude. I was just telling this story earlier tonight that because like in MMA media, dude, you have to like all these companies, even though they're big companies, you still have to invoice everything. So I always stay at Hooters because it's cheap and it's located on the Strip, but they have the cold cheapest beer that you're ever gonna find there. So like after we got home from International Fight Week, there was that Chicago card where Tom knocked out Gian, and I walked out of the open workouts, and the only place that had Wi-Fi was a Hooters down the street. I went into like withdrawals. Like it was like traumatic. I was like, I can't see the orange and fucking wood grain scheme again. Oh,
those are good
brutal,
times, man.
Yeah,
yeah, man.
For the people that haven't been to, whoa, that was a really good slam by Cormier.
Yeah.
People that haven't been to Vegas, I mean, the Hooters Casino right across from MGM, it's half the price, for the room. I mean, the room's pretty horrible, but it's a place to sleep. And the beers, like at MGM, they are $8.65, and then you got to give a tip to the guy.
And that's if you're drinking that horse shit Coors Light.
Tom, let's not.
If you drink a real beer,
let's not talk badly about people that help us.
People that they ain't helping me.
They help Brian.
I was at the Hooters for 189, and I spoke to a guy who worked there who said Marriott had just bought them, and they were going to be doing major overhauls and renovations soon. So maybe by later this year or early next year, it'll all of that 80s wood grain shit will be out of there.
But that's what makes it so great. Are you kidding me? That's the best part.
Yeah,
So-
You know, the best part is the fucking Prince show, Purple Rain, that plays year round, man. Like you get drunk, and Brian, I think you know this story, but the card that Diaz fought Carlos Condit at, I actually missed my flight on Super Bowl Sunday because the $1.50 beers got me.
Really? They were $1.50?
Yeah, man, they were $1.50 that night. I was sitting with the Sirius XM dude, R.J. Clifford.
Yeah.
And I looked at my.
He's a fun guy to hang out with. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He likes the colds just like we do. So I looked at my itinerary and I was like, oh man, I can hit McCarran by 1 o'clock. Dude, I totally missed my flight and ended up having to hit 4 instead of a direct flight from Vegas to Indy. I had to hit 4 connections around the country.
Oh,
I missed the whole goddamn Super Bowl.
Man, and Cormier is fucking relentless. He's got to be a
round
fucking
2.
bitch to fight.
Did you all score the first stanza 10-9 Cormier? I did.
DC. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
It's
no
like
way
a bear.
they
It's
felt.
a bear.
Whoa, he just took down Cormier. Man, he's popped right back up.
Oh, he's down again. Yep, and Cormier's cut.
Whoa.
The round hasn't even started on my end.
Yeah,
I
his right
was just
eye
about
is
to ask.
bleeding there.
I was just about to ask like a technique question. But yeah, he doesn't even have it on.
No, Cormier,
There's no way they put the belt on Gus.
Man, I'm telling you, fucking Gustafson. I know he got floored by Rumble, but I could see him being really. I don't think that was a fluke against Jones. I think he's just really tough.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
that Jones fight.
Brian, what's the story? I saw somebody tweeted at you, and I remember vaguely something about Gus was in jail. I remember back when he was younger, but what was that for? To beat up some old woman or something?
Allegedly. I mean, I don't know the details. I know he did spend some time in like a correctional facility. I don't know if that's technically jail over there. I don't know the details.
He was. That's why I'm saying he won't get the belt. He was robbing and beating like
he was a
guys
big piece
and
of
their
shit.
girlfriends. Yeah, it was rough. That's why I said there's no way they put the belt on him, man. You can't promote that guy.
I think he like
It'll come out.
shoved a chick and then like just smashed the guy on some boardwalk in Sweden
And robbed him.
He was like a gangster or something, right? That's the deal?
Yeah.
He was just a punk.
As far as selling each rematch, though, I think the UFC has an easier time selling the Gus rematch because, I mean, man, Daniel is my favorite fighter in the UFC.
Cormier now.
He got smashed. Yeah.
Cormier's bleeding.
I mean, John
Who's your favorite
Jones.
fighter in the
Go ahead, Jake. Tom asked you.
No, I was just saying Cormier's my favorite fighter in the UFC, but he got smashed in that first Jones fight. I think I think the UFC has a much easier time selling the Gustafson rematch when Jones comes back.
Yeah, I think you missed that, Brian.
Miss what?
I don't think you got it.
Oh, okay. So at this point, you know, can Daniel Cormier? I mean, I'm really impressed by his pace. Can he keep up this pace for 5 rounds?
You want to hear something fun? Hurricane Joaquin just knocked out my pay-per-view signal. There's much down on my end.
Hurricane Hellboy, Joaquin Hansen came and took it out, huh?
Yeah, so far we're getting the 7-7-71. Yeah, hey, thanks for the umbrella, ladies.
So who do you guys got in this round? I mean, is this Cormier or Gustafson? This is pretty fucking close, right?
So far for me, it's Gustafson, I've got to think. But
Yeah.
I'm behind you guys a little bit. Cormier,
Gus is hurt. Gus is hurt now.
Oh, yeah, Cormier's doing some damage.
Oh, he
running
just took
away.
Cormier down again.
He does train with some pretty high-level wrestlers in Sweden.
Yeah, who's that guy that you were going to fight Tom, before you got injured?
Ilir Latifi. But he also trains with some guys who, I believe one of them was like a silver medalist in Greco in the Olympics.
Oh, just like the Iron Sheik.
Yeah, just like it.
Oh, Gus. Gus
Gus
is
is just
bleeding.
not
Hurt.
defending
He's
these
running away.
uppercuts in the clinch.
I
He's
get
just letting him get
one
popped.
round apiece, right? Or
I'm at 25 seconds.
I
Takedown.
see. Let's see here. I get Spencer Kite saying 20-18 Cormier.
Yeah,
Rob Tatum.
Can we all pause and restart this last round at the same time?
Botter's
So I don't
got a 2018 Cormier, sure.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I'll pause right when the third round starts, and you can let us know.
And I'll let you guys know when my signal comes back.
So what are we doing?
We are gonna pause it when the third round starts and let Tom catch up to us. Brian, your boy Ioli scores it 19-19.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a fair.
Floyd scores it 19-19. Ariel Hawaii 2018 DC.
Really?
I could see that. I'm watching this now and thinking like, oh, maybe not after that takedown by Gus. Yeah, I guess.
I was thinking one apiece.
Yeah, at the start of the third round.
Okay, I just paused it.
I'm at 13 seconds left, so we still got a little. We got a minute to go. I've noticed this the second time. Actually, the last time too, I was using the UFC TV app through the Roku, and that's how I bought it. And it's been slower both times now, so maybe I'll have to rethink my buying strategy here.
Yeah, the Fight Pass. They brought in a new director of Fight Pass. I think his last name is Winter. You guys know his first name?
Gabrielle.
Oh, Eric.
Eric Winter. Yeah, he used to work for Rivals. And I told him, I think it's great that they're showing all these new cards, like Pancrase and, Fight Nights in Dagestan and all those. I think it's a great idea. But I think they need to do like a little primer before the show with a couple analysts. And I think it's a perfect role for Tom or and other people to talk a little bit and put some context behind what they're actually watching. Because I'm like, oh, that's great. There's a card on. I don't know a damn thing about any of these guys. He actually tweeted me back and said, I totally agree with you.
Tom, your third round should be starting soon, so I'm ready to.
Yeah. Okay, it's they're still showing the highlights. I can see John Morgan in the second row.
Does he have a blue shirt on?
Okay, it's about to go. Yep, just started. So
okay, now. So if you are listening at home now, start your.
So I don't know if you guys have been watching those cards, those other cards on Fight Pass, but I think if they did like a little primer, like a half-hour preview, with an analyst, somebody who knows, has the time to watch all these fucking guys like Tom. With somebody else.
So basically, you need a real somebody with no social life whatsoever.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, you don't need. I mean, you're.
I'll do it.
You're settled down now. I mean, you really don't need the.
That's true, and I do watch a lot of fighting, and I do really like fighting.
Yeah. But to me, context is everything. It's like these guys are going to fight. To me, that guys are going to fight. That's not compelling to me. Why are they fighting? What's at stake? If this guy wins, is his life going to be changed? To me, it's kind of the things in the background that make these fights more interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, to the general public, they all think that if you're fighting in the UFC and you're on TV, you're like a millionaire.
Yeah,
and we all know that's not the case. There's a lot of stories that don't get told, a lot of stories that slip under the radar. And, not even so much the guys who are the main card and the headliners, because, there's been some really great video packages lately. This Daniel Cormier video package, kind of replaying his history throughout his athletic career has been great. And also, the Tyron Woodley versus Johnny Hendricks video package was just another phenomenal one that really got people pumped up for the fight. So I think they're doing a great job when it comes to, the people that they do showcase, but it's just a numbers game. There's so many guys on the prelims, there's so many guys on the undercard, and there's not enough time to tell those stories. Perhaps a series dedicated to that on Fight Pass would do wonders for some of the guys' careers.
And Tom, I know
agree.
that you had mentioned to me that you love this Road to Japan, and I did not watch. I didn't even know it was on, but you said it was great.
I think a lot of people didn't realize it was on. The reason why I thought it was so great is they would show training footage of these guys in Japan, at their home gyms, showing them, doing things, on like a daily basis, their normal lives, as well as training that they did in Las Vegas. So, I think it was kind of a small direction that the Ultimate Fighter either eventually needs to move in or, whatever fight show takes over for the Ultimate Fighter or whatever concept takes over for that when it gets shelved, kind of needs to move in that direction because it allows some of these younger fighters and lesser known guys to be more well known rather than just having them in a house with 15 other people, which realistically is not their normal day-to-day life, and it's not how they interact with people on a normal basis. If you're a fucking hermit and you're stuck on that show, you're going to be miserable and you're going to look miserable.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of people out there who are hermits who aren't bad people. So
I think they're trying to set that up, man, with that looking for a fighter new thing with Dana White, and now we got Sage Northcutt. So, oh no.
Fucking
Gus's
Gustafson's nose
all
is
fucked up.
fucked.
Yeah.
What's going on? My screen's blacked out. What's happening?
I mean, this third round is all
Gus's nose is fucked. Cormier is giving it to him. I hope we don't see a doctor's stoppage at the end of this round.
his nose is going all sorts of Rory McDonald.
But hey, like on that topic, like Tom was just saying, like, and what we talked about at the beginning when I came on, like I've made my entire career telling fighter stories. So like when I have to go in front of, when it's no secret I just recently split with Bleacher Report. That was big. That was a big part of it, man. That I'll spend time.
Whoa!
Jesus!
Beat down.
He knocked Cormier down.
Beat down.
That
Gus
knee.
Cormier recovers. Oh, Dwayne, you missed it. Gus with a big knee straight to the head. Drop Cormier.
Could have ended it.
Now Cormier's back up.
Shit.
That was.
Is he back on his feet?
Yeah.
That's got to keep Gustafson in the round. So now Gustafson's
End around.
Do you think Gustafson is up 2-1 now?
If he won that second round, I'm not so sure as everybody else.
I am seeing it going 2-1 either way on Twitter, but Gus just rocked Cormier harder than he's ever been rocked in his entire
Dropped him.
career.
That fucking knee was nasty.
Counting that first round against Rumble too, he got fucked up with that knee.
He almost finished it.
I got my feedback.
So here's the knee. Whoa!
Boom!
And a left hand, and then followed by a right.
Oh.
DC looks ready to quit.
Let me know when your fourth round starts, Tom.
Okay. It hasn't happened yet. Just so you know.
And DC
Well, this
looks
is a hell of a fight.
Man.
I see doubt in his eyes, man.
In whose? Cormier?
Yeah. He looks scared almost.
I know, you're just saying something to Bob Cook there. His eye looks a little messed up, that right eye.
They both look
Gustafson's up off the chair. Gustafson's nose is screwed. His right eye's busted up. All right, fourth round. Looks like it's about to start here. Yeah, Cormier looks a little, he's talking himself into it. Fourth round just started.
All right, cool.
Cormier was having a little bit of inner dialogue there with himself, it looked like.
Yep, he looks scared, man.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Gustafson.
A kick to the body. Gustafson's dealing on him.
Is Cormier slowing down a little bit? Is the gas tank getting a little low? It looks like it.
That's what it looks like to me. He can't get inside as he... Oh. He needs to go back to that clinch. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Or try to take him down and lay on him, because I think Gustafson's got his second win here. He just tagged him.
Yeah.
Tried to.
DC's getting the confidence back. You can see it.
What do you guys? I'm at 408.
410 now.
Okay.
Oh, I'm way ahead. I'm gonna pause.
I'm at 407.
I'm at
Yeah,
311.
mine pops back on at 220 of the fourth.
Fuck. So you know.
You're almost 2 minutes in front of us.
Well, hey, I missed the whole round, you bastards.
Oh, Cormier just threw a big right hand and then a back fist. That went
Yeah, it was like
That was a good
he
one.
missed the right hand. Threw it again.
oh, don't. Oh,
He threw it
that's
again.
He turned his back on Cormier.
Oh,
There's another left hook.
that was the first time I ever remember seeing like a straight punch to the back of the guy's head standing. He landed straight to the back of
Tom,
Gus.
They're both looking ugly, man.
Tom, typically it's not a good idea to turn your back on the opponent, right?
No.
And Gustafsson did it.
Oh, Cormier's right eye looks really busted up. Kind of a strange looking cut there.
Who was the guy? Who wrote the book on not turning your back? It was Hordesky, right?
Oh, Hordesky got creamed.
Who was
Yeah.
he fighting?
But I mean, Josh Thompson kind of started it all when he tried that spinning back kick or spinning back fist
against Eve Edwards.
Yeah, he got insiguried.
Was that against Eve Edwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Thompson was Eve Edwards, and then Hordesky was in Jakuani, if I recall.
Oh yeah, in WEC, I remember that. I remember that now. That was bad.
Where's everybody at?
226.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just south of 230. Yep.
All right, I'm paused. I'm at 142.
Cormier looking up at the clock. 2:20 left.
What do you think of this round so far? I mean, is it? It's a kind of a tough one.
They're exchanging.
I think Gus is pushing the action. I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
he's, Cormier's striking defense has always looked kind of strange to me. Arms out. It's like he uses his upper body instead of using his feet to move in and out.
Tom, from a technical aspect, everyone's always talking about reach and how it's such a great advantage. I mean, how does a guy like Cormier, who's got the reach of probably your standard welterweight, I mean, how does he compete with these guys that have this huge reach?
He's got really good head movement. He gets inside. He throws combinations and moves his head off to the side, so you can't see when he's shooting him for the takedown. But as you can see here, Gustafsson is able to keep distance and not let Cormier get inside, and that's what's giving him problems. Because as soon as Cormier gets inside and gets into that clinch, you can see he's got so much power through his frame that he can really lay some power into those shots. But Gustafsson's doing the right thing, and his style and evasive footwork might be just the thing to give Cormier big time fits here and not let him get back into the fight.
We have a few.
Cormier's doing a lot of chasing and a lot of jumping around here. So
we have a few comments on YouTube. Liberty Beats says, "Holy shit, Gus." Level 50 Fire Tank says, "Gus, beat Cormier to death with your nose." Mike Cooper says in all caps, "Talk about the fight." Someone left a comment that's just the N-word. A lot of interesting comments here on Machusi 408 says, "Fuck this gay channel. These fuck boys are talking gay shit."
What?
I will find you.
It's Tom's friend. I mean, they must have tuned in at the most.
Oh, yeah.
Clay,
They're
aka
both
Gay.
fucked up.
all right. So we'll listen to Michael Cooper or Winnie Cooper, or whoever the hell want us to watch these fights. What do you guys think there after round 4? Cormier looks a little distraught walking back to the corner.
Jason
both
Floyd.
fucked
Jason
up.
Floyd has it 38-38. My friend Daniel, MMA fan, he says I have it either 3-1 Gustafsson or 2-1 Gustafsson.
What, did he miss a round somehow in there? He's just not going to
I'm
score
like,
one?
Daniel's usually a really smart fan. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, Rob Tatum 39-37. See who else.
Middle Easy is at 2-2. Evan Showman's got a 3-1 DC. Heidi Fang has a 3-1 DC. Greg Savage 39-30. Yeah, Greg Savage also has it 3-1 DC.
Really?
Brett Okamoto 3-1 DC. Patrick Wyman has it 2-2.
Okay.
And I'd like to use this time to let everybody know that DirecTV in Myrtle Beach sucks. So, hey, and Brian, I believe if you checked your Twitter, I believe Mrs. Finley sent you a real-time picture of me standing in a hurricane doing this podcast.
Okay, good.
Let me see if I can see that.
So basically, what we've gathered from reading the scores on Twitter is that no matter what the decision is at the end of this fight, some people are going to bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's going to be a lot of bitching and complaining at the end of this fight.
But that's MMA, man. Like they could give out like free tickets for whatever, or like free corn dogs and blowjobs, and people still complain about it.
And of course, I don't know if we can
big
call
hand.
it a fight party curse yet, but 191 sort of left you wanting a little more, and 192 could be a 5-decision main card.
Yeah, but I thought it was pretty good. I mean,
Oh yeah,
it's
it
all
wasn't
right.
terrible. We had a couple duds, but it's this is
Whoa,
not been
Cormier
terrible.
with the big right.
Big time action packed prelims for this show too. But yeah,
Well, the prelims are awesome, man. You know, like they say, like the Texas has like a express lane for their death penalty. Like it was like a high speed execution. I didn't know a second round actually existed until we had the pay-per-view.
Damn right.
Marcus P left a comment on the video here on YouTube saying 3-1 DC. So it sounds like we've got more 3-1 DCs than I thought. Interesting to see
Yeah.
if it goes a full decision.
I mean, if you break it down, I guess the first round was DC. I think a lot of people gave the second round to Gustafsson. I guess third round and fourth round they gave to DC.
Third round which one was the round where he dropped him? I thought that was the third round.
Yeah. When he dropped him, what round was that, guys?
Third round.
Third round.
So,
End of the
shit,
third.
I don't see how you can give that round to DC. He almost ended the damn fight.
He almost got finished. Oh, Gus. Almost with the takedown.
Yeah,
Who just dipped out?
That was Dwayne who just disappeared from us.
He's had enough. He was the one leaving bad comments on YouTube. It's an inside job.
He said the N-word.
Cormier-
DC just ate 2 knees. Yeah.
Well, on my feed, he was back to those uppercuts. So let's see. Oh, yeah. Knee there by Gustafsson. Gustafsson with a half-hearted shot. Maybe not even half-hearted. It was like one aorta or valve.
This is going the distance.
Hey, what's up with Gustafsson's using the Russian tie here? Or he's almost using the Russian tie. I thought he was. I was going to say Barnett did a masterful job of it last week. But
Now, what is that, Tom? Explain that to us.
the 2-on-1.
Okay.
It's where you have the wrist and also a grip, kind of like an underhook on the arm, not in front of the body, but from the opposite end, so that you can control one of the guy's arms. Not a lot of people use it in MMA because it leaves his other arm open, but Barnett used it really masterfully last week in his fight with who the hell did he fight? Roy Nelson.
Yeah.
And he also used it really great against Frank Mir, and it
That was
helped
work.
him get the KO. And last week it really helped deliver a lot of damage. So it's a good technique, just underutilized. But Gustafsson's using it here, but he's not doing anything off of it.
Man,
And
sorry?
30
Gustafsson doesn't defend these uppercuts too well.
This is an ugly fifth round. I don't know.
I think Gustafsson is losing this fifth round. I think he's lost the fight.
Yeah. I mean, it's starting to look like momentum's in Cormier's favor.
I hit it 2-2 going into this fifth round, and I think I'm scoring the fifth round to Cormier. I'm saying 3-2 DC, and I'm seeing a lot of that on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm curious if we see a John Jones tweet come out anytime soon tonight.
Gustafsson's corner was going nuts there. I don't know what they were calling for. But yeah, it's starting to look to me like DC is the fresher of the two, and he's he's going to eke it out here because he's really pouring on the heat in the clinch. I would definitely say this last round is his. Gustafsson kind of
there's a knee.
Yeah, Gustafsson kind of nice knee, yeah. Kind of abandoned staying at a distance here in this 5th round. You know, he seemed like he was very willing to engage and get into the clinch, and his face looks like shit.
Yeah, so I'm saying 48-47 Cormier.
Yep, I think we get a rematch either way. So now, I guess it doesn't matter. You can have Gustafsson versus Cormier again. You could have what do you do? I don't know. You think Jones is coming back right here?
Gustafsson, Bader, and DC Jones too?
Well, it depends when Jones is coming back. I mean, this is it's a big if, you know.
John Jones.
And we also, I mean, I don't know how
Yeah. Oh, shit.
He's gonna roll up the ringside in a rental car.
No, he's gonna rip out of the mat like Kane, man.
Oh man, I hope so. One could drag Cormier down to the depths of hell, and then we'll see him next week as if nothing ever happened in a suit.
Rogan's giving it to DC. Highlight reels are giving it to DC.
Yeah, my guess is DC. But
Yeah.
you never know. Either way, I mean, hell of a fight. Shit.
It sure was, yeah.
Hey, DC's drinking the same monster I am.
Oof. Tough cut on Gustafsson's nose there. Looks like he's got one of those cuts, kind of like the Robbie Lawler-esque cut on the mouth there. Somebody have an orgasm?
Are you all at the decision yet?
Nope.
I am. Yeah.
Nope.
I have seen the outcome. I'm keeping silent.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Oh, here we go.
Uncle Dana putting the belt on somebody.
Let's see. Okay.
Rogan interviewing somebody.
Oh, we get a split.
It's a split.
49-46 for the winner by split decision.
Oh, Cormier
And
takes
still.
All right.
47-48, 48-47, 49-46.
It looks like Gustafsson is missing like teeth or something.
Yeah. Well, I think that was the right decision there. They got it right.
Yeah. I'll give Gus my dentist's name.
See if he says anything about John Jones.
Elvian CVLN comments, Gustafsson looks like a bitch with a micro penis and 7 toes.
I'm still processing.
Finest fans.
Did he just say I'm done with the promos? I'm just going to be myself. Why break it? Who does that? That's not good.
He's exposing the business.
Yeah, I mean, why would you do that?
Come on, Jones. Right through the mat.
Yeah, this is once again you see it so often in this sport. A fighter with the perfect opportunity to cut a memorable promo, and they don't. They just leave it there. I mean, fighters.
Thank you, my opponent.
Fighters get mad at Conor for the interest he drums up, but you know, there is a reason he cuts those promos, and it's not just to make himself feel better. It's to generate interest. I don't know.
Generate income.
Exactly.
Son, he's not a businessman. He's a businessman.
Interviewing Gus now.
Maybe he'll retire like he was going to do after his last loss. We'll see.
How do you not? Has he not called out Jones yet?
Nope. He ended with "I love you."
Zombie Prophet just tweeted, Gus looks like a rock bottom hitting meth head.
Wow.
Well, if he does retire, maybe he'll go back to robbing and beating men and women.
Wow, that's awful. Not to talk about John Jones. I mean, that's a highlight reel type promo that he just said no, I don't feel like doing it.
You want to fight John Jones? Hey, if you're Cormier, do you want to fight John Jones?
Hell no, no.
Yeah, so come on. If I was him, he should call out Ryan Bader right there.
Yeah.
Cain Velasquez,
true.
what the fuck is he doing in there?
I don't think anyone's ever called out John Jones. Like said, oh yeah, I'd love to fight him.
Yeah. No.
Damn.
Man, I don't know why they interview guys after. I mean, sometimes it's just so fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's like the worst time to interview somebody. Hey, you just lost. You just really left it on the line, and you're really disappointed. So come here.
You got punched in the head 200 times.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do an interview.
Clinging Mars left a comment saying DC cut his own heartfelt promo. Not every promo has to attack someone, and we're not saying he has to attack Jones, but generate some interest in your next fight. Say John Jones. I mean, shit. He cut the perfect one after UFC 187.
Yeah, well, after he fought Henderson, wasn't that the one he said, John Jones, I'm coming for you. Everywhere you go, I'm going to be there. Or something like that.
I think that was Shannon Briggs.
Yeah. Hey,
I thought you were going to say Shannon the Cannon. I thought you were going to say Shannon the Cannon. The great.
No, not Shannon Riggs. Shannon Briggs.
What does Holly Holm at age 10 look like she was 22?
What is this? What the hell is this?
Domestic violence? What the fuck? Or women's MMA? I can't tell.
Yeah. Holly Holm.
Dr. Anne-Marie DeMars there.
Is that Holly?
What the fuck?
Oh, Ronda just ripped the arm off a teddy bear. There's Holly Holm boxing.
Well, she looks better back then.
Some pervs checking her out.
Was that Anthony Pettis? It kind of looked like it. Well, who is that? Is that Holly Holm?
I'd like to take back whatever we were talking about with these video packages being good earlier.
That's definitely not. Holly Holm's never looked that good.
Yeah, that's a stand-in.
What the fuck is this? Does she have him in a?
Is this a preview for Ronda Rousey?
It is.
It was like a reenactment of her childhood or something.
That's actually Ronda's little sister, right?
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah. Her shoot.
Maybe that's Holly Holm's little sister.
They have fake ass Herb Dean in there for the commercial. They couldn't even afford the real Herb Dean. What?
But I think they have different fathers, but they look really alike. Ronda and little sister.
UFC couldn't pay Herb Dean to be in their own damn commercial. That is the real travesty here.
He wanted that paper.
Special, by the way.
Holy shit. I don't know. What do you guys rate the pay-per-view overall?
B?
I think the main event saved that. I thought there was a lot of drama in the main event. Other than that, was there anything memorable? I thought Ryan Bader looked good. I'll remember that.
I just saw the fake ass Herb Dean.
Yeah.
Who the hell is that guy?
Get the real Herb. Come on, Zuffa.
Fuck. They got. I think it's that rapper Fetty Wap. Fuck. I feel bad.
But it's weird. I'm seeing on Twitter people loved they love that promo. I don't know.
Well, that chick was hot at the beginning. Whoever that was.
Fake Herb Dean killed it for me, sure.
I gotta take a piss.
Mazzagatti.
Oh shit, man. Nah, I'm surprised Bader won. That was probably all I got out of this pay-per-view.
Yeah, I was thinking Evans is fine money-wise, and if he's coming back to fight, I was thinking there's no way he would look, as fat as he did against Little Nog. But Bader really gave it to him. I mean, shoot, it was 30-27 across the board. Shad didn't win a single round in the judges' eyes. I would think he'd put up a little more of a fight than he did. You all were talking a little bit about whether it would be Rashad's last fight. And going into it, I would have said no way. But now, shoot, maybe. I mean, it was a long time since his last fight. That was UFC 167, the same card GSP and Chael had their last fights on. So,
Damn.
yeah, man, it's been a while.
And that was supposed to be no, I don't want to use the word gimme, but I mean, Rashad should have won that one. Damn.
Yeah, Tom, we talked about it a little bit before you popped on, but what did you make of Johnny missing weight? I mean, everyone thought he looked good. He looked svelte. There was no way he would have weight issues again, but then he misses. I don't know what was up with that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So he's got to move up to 185, right? I mean, there's no question about it, right?
I guess that sucks for him because
He's
not made to be a 185er.
I think that was just Dana, being Dana. I can't believe he'll go to 85. We're talking about he's 5'9". I mean, he doesn't have a big frame. He eats a lot and gains a lot of weight. I mean, he's not an 85er.
Yeah, but the kidney stone thing that factors in. I mean, they did move Kelvin up for a while. They made good on that one.
Yeah, Tom, you've never missed weight, but have you ever come close? Has it ever gotten to be weigh-in time and you're like, I hope I make weight here?
No.
Okay.
Nope, never had a problem. I'm a professional.
Well,
He's never been injured. Nothing.
Tom's not being completely honest. I think his last weight cut, he puked and it was green.
Good time.
That's true, but I still made it.
But yeah, you
I mean,
made
there was no way I wasn't going to make the weight. I was throwing up. I got really sick. I basically passed out in the sauna. Had to go back to the room. Didn't know if I was going to fight.
Ramsey's before you jumped on was talking about UFC 166 and how during the title fight of Kane Jr. 3 they didn't really make a big deal about it at all, but Kane and Jr. actually broke the cage and between rounds they had to fix the cage with screws and hammers and get it back
working. Drill. Yeah, they drilled it back in.
Tom, your first ever pro fight involved a broken cage, am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
What was the story there?
You can find it on YouTube. Basically, they just didn't lock the cage door correctly, and cage door opened up as I had double underhooks and was trying to drive the guy into the cage to look for the takedown. And he went out backwards, hit his head or something on the ground. He fell 5 or 6 feet, however high the cage was elevated.
Shit.
Hit his head, and I hopped out I thought I won by count out. And got back in the ring and celebrated like a fucking madman. And then they called it a no contest. So if you go on my YouTube, you can find it. I think my YouTube might just be Tom Lawler.
Okay.
Check that out.
But I believe the video is up there.
Yeah, so even on Wikipedia, so that was March 10th, 2007, Fort Myers, Florida, and they have a little note, fighters fell through cage door.
That was Kick Enterprises.
That happened with Chael and Mayhem, right?
I think
but I don't think that
actually broke, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it was like a sinkhole, mat or something like that, and then yeah, that's what it was.
So
one of those Undertaker.
If you go on my YouTube, I'm dying for somebody to do it, so I'm not just wasting my fucking time.
I'll be there. I'll check it out tonight.
But the first 2 videos, from 8 years ago, are from that fight. So the entrance is pretty good on there too.
Nice.
So, Tom, I don't know if you got anything to do or if you got to go, but if you have a few minutes, tell us about the WWE event tonight from the Garden.
Oh, well, yeah, actually, not a whole lot of news came out of it, to be honest. The big expected Dudley's title change didn't happen. They hit the 3D, and Xavier Woods ran in and caused a DQ. The match opened up with Randy Orton and Dolph Ziggler, a team that everybody would expect at all times. I'm sure they really get along. And against Sheamus and Rusev, which ended with an RKO out of somewhere. And Randy Orton was on fire here, by the way. Randy Orton was like in a really good mood, getting the crowd going. He looked awesome. Looked like he was having a blast. And then at the end, Rusev ran down Sheamus on the mic until Sheamus left him laying with a brogue kick. So interesting.
Tom, those are amazing details. Do you have to go on with Big Dave later? I mean, those are like
what the hell?
Those
Good
are the
memory.
type of details that Big Dave wants.
No, I'm just calling it straight from memory.
No shit. Well,
You're not punchy, man. Congratulations.
The next, I'm sure the memory will get worse here as we go along. I just remember watching that match. The next match it might have been the women's match or it might have been the Dudleys. I don't remember. But there was a 6-person women's match with a Team PCB, which continues to team up despite Paige leaving them, versus the Team Bella. And, a lot of the match was what you'd expect from a team that doesn't get along. Paige tagging herself in at inopportune times, and a lot of bickering amongst them, which ended with Paige going for the tag at the end, and Becky and Charlotte jumping down off the apron and leaving Paige to herself to get hit with the rack attack for the 1, 2, 3. So Paige lost there, and then let's see. We already talked about the Dudleys and New Day.
But Tom, I wanted to ask, what do you think about this Divas Revolution? Do you think it's been like a failure, or do you think it's gotten over to a degree, even though the ratings have kind of like nosedived since? I mean, and it's not just because of them, but
no, I don't think it's doing too well. The segments are kind of dying flat, and to be honest, the ring work isn't nearly as good as the women's matches in NXT. If you just went out there and threw Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch every match, or against Paige every match, perhaps you'd have some really good stuff. But they have to include some of the other female wrestlers who have been around for a while, and much to her credit, I think Nikki Bella has held her own and been a really great heel. But, the rest of her team, it doesn't do much for me. The whole angle is just so contrived. Like, hey, we're going to bring people in, but we're going to force them into these unnatural teams and go from there. So, the whole way it was introduced kind of doesn't sit well with me. But
it was so confusing to me when I was watching. I don't know if it was this past Monday or the Monday before that. It was like I didn't know who the babyface was. I didn't know who the heel was. I was like, is Paige babyface or is she heel? I mean, do you think that's good storyline, or do you think it's like, well, why are you trying to make this so complicated?
Yeah, I don't think it's that complicated. I think Paige is the heel now, and that's pretty much the gist of it. The more confusing thing, I guess, is with the Bellas, because it's like they're stuck in the middle. There's sometimes if they go against Team Bad, they might be the faces, but if they go against the other members of Team PCB or Charlotte or Becky, then they're heels. So they're the ones that are kind of caught in the middle. It seems to be like Team Bad is always heels, Team PCB is always faces, Natty is always a face. And then Team Bella is mostly heels, but if they go against Team Bad, then they're faces.
Yeah, I don't know why they have to throw everybody in the same angle. You got 3 fucking hours, and then you got 2 hours on SmackDown. I mean, why do all of those girls need to be thrown into the same angle? Because like you were saying, it's just like the Bellas. Like you're supposed to buy them as this as heels, and then sometimes you're like, oh, well, they might not be, but in this situation, they are. Why?
Yeah, I don't think it's it's all that bad in some cases because a lot of times wrestling is like historically people just forget the past, and they forget that one faction or one person might have had some sort of beef with another, and if they're both faces, then that stuff's kind of thrown out the window and it doesn't matter. So I'm okay with people being kind of tweeners when it comes to these situations, but they just haven't done this one in a good way.
Yeah. Hey, Jake and Ramses, do you guys watch Raw? Or?
I just want to say that I would kill every single person on this podcast for 5 minutes with Paige. Anything goes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Her mom might have something to say about that. Her mom's a pretty tough woman.
She can watch, and also my prediction, real quick, my prediction: performance of the night will go to Sage Northcutt.
Oh,
Now,
without
are
a
you?
doubt.
No, Tom. I mean, I've been kind of whining about this guy. I don't like the attention the guy's getting. What's your? I mean,
what's this Instagram video Jones just posted then deleted?
Yep, I watched it. He
So-
said, I'm missing it," and then that's the end.
What a troll.
Yep, and he's shirtless.
You see, it's really stupid for him to put those videos out where he kind of seems like, because people are like, oh, he's drinking again, or he looks.
Yeah, he just deleted it too.
Because all those videos that he used to post, he posted them when he was fucking shit faced.
Well,
Yeah,
I gotta
and-
say, man, it's hard to quit. It's hard to quit.
There it is. Do you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So turned on.
Sure.
Are we sticking on and waiting until Pancrase starts?
No.
Oh, you guys are pussies.
Well, yes, I am. Yes. I just admitted it.
What time is Pancrase on?
11 my time.
11
So-
your time. Hey, but Tom, is it Pancrase? Because I always hear Big Dave call it Pancrase. Or have you ever heard of it?
Pancrase?
Yeah.
I thought it was pancreation.
Well, pancreation is actually, I mean, from my research, and Tom, you correct me if I'm wrong. I think pancreation is the oldest sport and is the predecessor. It is MMA.
What are you talking about? Pancreation from the old Olympics?
Yeah, like in 600 or whatever the fuck it was. That is MMA.
Yes, correct.
So
Yeah.
what were you saying, Ramses?
No, I was just saying Sage Northcutt performance of the night bonus. Total work. I'll call it right now. Say
Oh, come on.
the fight was a work. Come on. It was. That dude, watch it again. The dude pretends he's throwing a kick and falls on his ass. There was no connection. The dude falls on his ass. They called it a slip, but I call it a dive.
Yeah, so that was the question I was getting. Tom, what do you think of the attention that this kid is getting?
Whatever. I'm over it. As long as him and Paige Van Zandt get booked in a love triangle together, I'm happy.
Yeah.
It's got to happen, right? They need to get together.
It's sell pay-per-views.
Yeah, and somebody tweeted me that she tweeted him and congratulated him on his win. And it's like these are two irresistible forces that just cannot not get together.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I just saw on Twitter your boy Chris Sturgill posted something about the Rudock after party at Bookham's.
Oh, I gotta look this up because I gotta bust his balls, man. Let's see, Chris.
Where's he from?
He's from Iowa. Well, fuck, I might just call
Bookham's, Iowa. I don't see anything good. Alcoholic beverages decision.
That sounds made up.
him. Let's see if I could. I gotta find this motherfucker's phone number. He's a fucking riot, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this business is.
Okay, here. Okay, I let's see if I can. Okay, we're fucking calling him.
Conjuring him. Summoning. And that dude took 7 bullets, man.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, I don't know if you heard. You know that guy that took 7 bullets in Oregon? He fought in Full Contact Fighting Federation, which is it's an amateur promotion in Portland that Chael is 50% partners with his collegiate wrestling teammate, and he fought for him in 2012.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to think I would have done the same thing, but I mean, even I mean, after the 3rd bullet, I would have called it, man. I would have.
He's got two broken legs, right?
I don't know.
3. I think it's 3.
Luckily, the gunman was apparently nervous.
You know what's weird? I'm putting in Sturgill's, or what's the jabroni's name? And it's Tom. It's coming up as Chris's number, and I'm like, no. What's area code for Chris? It's got
my Chris.
Yeah, your Chris. Like, it's got to be 508 or
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not 712. Okay, well, we'll see. Maybe it's just an iPhone bug. Let's see if Chris Sturgill, if he fucking picks up. He better pick up. Chris.
He's fumbling.
Chris.
Oh, he's in a public place.
Hey, Chris, it's FRB, man. Chris, are you there? Hey, man. Hey, step outside so I can talk to you for a second.
Is that Drake's new album in the background? What was that?
Yeah, I had to hang up on. I mean, what the fuck was that? I mean, I didn't hear anybody other than this noise.
No, that was a party, man.
Northcutt after party.
Yep, that was a party.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, Chris Sturgill he's a fucking character. Let's see his Twitter. His fucking. It's Chris Sturgill 12 STURGILL 12 Chris Sturgill, and we had some beers, but he answered his fucking phone and then like a jabroni he didn't walk outside when I called him. The fuck is with that?
It happens, man. Yesterday I got a call from my doctor who's gonna operate on me at 8 p.m. I was like, what the fuck? And I was in like a fucking restaurant, loud noise. I missed it. Yeah. What the fuck? He was partying though. That's for damn sure.
So your doctor was drunk and he called you?
No. No, he just called me at a weird time, 8 p.m. It's like after hours. Like I didn't expect that. But by the time I missed the call and then you live the rest of the night in anxiety. Like, what the fuck did he have to tell me that he was calling at 8 p.m. on a fucking Friday?
The AIDS test, it's positive.
Yeah. Yeah, this might be my last one, guys. But nah. It has been a pleasure, though.
So, Tom, anything else from the garden? Yeah, is Tom gone?
Is his wife having the baby? What's happening?
Yeah, it's possible.
Hello?
Tom.
Hey, I somehow muted myself. That was amazing.
So
I was talking the whole time because I said, did you notice that USA Today tweeted about Sage Northcutt?
what did they say?
USA Today. UFC fighter celebrates with mind-blowing front flip. Ugh. Fucking USA Today.
He's the male Ronda Rousey.
He did a front flip?
Yeah, after he won, he just stood there and did a standing front flip.
So Chris Sturgill just texted me back, and he can't pick up the phone because he's at a strip club.
Ah, that's what it sounded like. That's what I figured.
And yeah, knowing him, yeah, that's a shoot.
Perfect. Yeah. So, yeah, no, there wasn't a whole lot else. I was wondering actually if they were going to put the belt back on Rollins because Cena's taking time off, but
yeah. So, what do you know about that? I mean, is that to go with the Total Divas storyline, or with Dolph Ziggler, or what is it? What's it about?
I hope not. I really hope not. No, I don't know. You probably know as much as I do. I don't have the inside info or inside scoop on this one.
I mean, when it comes to wrestling, I only get it from Brian Alvarez or Dave. I mean, that's
where do you think I get it from?
Well, that's true. I thought you had other sources.
Like who?
I don't know.
But I got a couple other sources, but nothing big.
But tomorrow I'm going to Bound for Glory.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, and I remember you and our other friend got into a little squabble with Sting.
Yeah,
at a Bound for Glory, right? In was it the Boston University Arena?
Correct. It was Agganis Arena, and Sting should have taken my advice in retrospect. I told him to get off TV. He was old. He need to quit doing it. He need to hang him up. And lo and behold, a couple of years later, looks like it got to him. So, which is really a shame. But
so he turned to you and said, "Hey, I'm 50," or something like.
I said. I was just bad mouthing him, and he looks at me and he goes, "Really? For my age?" I thought, damn, he's got a point. He looks pretty dead. He looked really, really good for 53 or whatever he was in that match with Seth Rollins until he got hurt. So
no, he's 56.
56. He's a beast, man.
He looked great.
And it's a day he's probably done, but
yeah, I mean, I hope he has another match, but yeah, I mean, if his neck is that bad, then at 56 years old, shit. Yeah, probably time to step away. But if you look at, go ahead,
Ryan. About that is like I'm a Sting fan, so I don't know why I was bad.
Well, I think that was the gimmick talking a little bit. Back then, you were a little wilder.
Oh, I was hammered.
and our other friend too was probably egging you on.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was I think you can find that pay-per-view on Daily Motion or something, and it's you could see us the entire time. You got to do what it takes to get in the front rows in view of that camera, Brian. It's worth it. I think we just paid like $30 extra to a scalper. We traded him our tickets and then got his scalped ones.
Nice.
So, yeah. So I'm jealous. I'll be watching on pay-per-view, looking out for you.
How much is that pay-per-view?
Too much.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it just for you.
So, like, what's the card, though? Like, Evan Carter versus...
It's Ethan Carter the third versus Matt Hardy versus Drew Galloway in the main event, I believe. I know Bobby Roode is wrestling in the King. He's defending his King of the Mountain title match or title. Let's see. I'll look at the card right now.
It's Bobby Lashley, I think, right?
Lashley?
Looked at it. Lashley lived like a quarter mile from my place in Denver. I saw him a few times.
I'm just happy that Kurt Angle is. I mean, when I heard Kurt Angle was wrestling, I was like, man, fuck, that's enough. And Helms is a producer, Tom.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, say hello to him. Yeah.
So here's the card. It's Tigre Uno versus Manic, who is TJ Perkins, who I think might have been unmasked on TV this week or something, versus DJ Zima Ion versus Andrew Everett, who I believe I saw at PWG, Best Battle of LA, I think. And then you got the Wolves, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards versus Brian Myers and Trevor Lee. You also for the tag team titles, get Gail Kim versus Awesome Kong in 2015 for the TNA Women's Knockout title.
Wow.
Then you get a Bound for Gold gauntlet match for a future heavyweight title shot with Abyss, Aiden O'Shea, who I've never heard of, Chris Melendez, who is a one-legged former military member, Eli Drake, Jesse Goddards, Mahabali Shira, Mr. Anderson, Robbie E., and Tyrus all in that match. I don't know who's going to win that. Don't care. Probably Mahabali Shira because they're, I believe, they're doing an India tour soon.
Yeah, they're going to film in India, right? And then
something, I don't know. Who can keep up with all the excitement that is TNA nowadays? Then you get Kurt Angle versus Eric Young. You get Bobby Roode versus Lashley in that King of the Mountain title championship match, which isn't even a King of the Mountain match. And then you get Ethan Carter III versus Drew Galloway versus Matt Hardy with Jeff Hardy as a special guest referee. So probably some sort of screw job finish there, helping EC3 retain the title, I would imagine.
Yeah, so that's Bound for Glory. So, Jake, Ramses, you guys got anything in closing about the pay-per-view? Or
no? I thought it was decent, and I think we see DC versus Jones too. And I'm not ready to say Cormier is gonna win that fight, but I think it's gonna be much closer than their first fight at UFC 182.
But what do you think changed? What would change?
Nothing changed. Jones is gonna mop the mat with him.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, we heard a lot of quotes about DC saying he was shocked by Jones' strength. I just think naturally now that both guys have 25 minutes of experience fighting one another, Jones will probably be more prepared for things that Cormier throws his way and vice versa.
Ramses, you got anything in closing for the show?
I'm just wondering if Sage Northcutt's ninja backflip at the end was actually in the script or if it was improv'd. Great prelim. I feel bad for Jessica Ives, close one. Bunch of close fights. What the hell? Man, this was a tough one. But yeah, just the only thing else I have to say that could come near your wrestling talk is just real quick. Do you think CM Punk fights at UFC 200? Before I get out of here.
Tom, I'll let you.
Brian, I don't think he fights, do you?
I don't think so either. And when that conspiracy started, like I guess it would be maybe 8-9 months ago. I mean, he started at Duke Rivas's January 5th, whatever it was. And I didn't believe. I thought he would. He would make the walk. Get his ass kicked or whatever. I thought he would do it just because he said he did it. Because he said he was going to do it. I don't think so anymore. I think he's going to find a way to bow out, and I think you'll see him on WrestleMania in Dallas.
Wow. Shit. I thought he was actually. I believed it.
That would be a huge win for Vince.
That's what you think, Brian?
It is, yeah.
Wow.
What do you think?
I don't think that's the case at all.
You think he will fight?
He's in a lawsuit with him.
Yeah, but you know how those things can go away. I mean, they got to sell 110,000 tickets.
Ooh, I don't know. I can't imagine that he wins that.
I
And
don't
I'm sure he
follow.
got a signing bonus.
I don't follow.
Yeah, I can't imagine. There's got to be some sort of contract that he's locked up in with the UFC, don't you think?
Yeah, he probably already got paid some money for just to sign.
I just don't understand then why he's filming a movie, a horror movie, with his wife as a co-star.
I'll tell you what I don't understand is if you think he's going to be back at WrestleMania, I don't understand why. Right now we have Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker coming up, which won't happen at WrestleMania. Rollins has no. I mean, I have no clue what's going to happen at WrestleMania. Like, who's going to win the Royal Rumble? I have no idea. So there's like a lot of direction that needs to be moved in currently, and I don't think CM Punk is part of those plans.
How do you think Braun Strowman is going to?
Come on, he sucks.
Yeah, but he's pretty cool. He's pretty impressive.
Pretty cool. He's cool. Oh my god.
Sage Northcutt is cool.
Who do you take between Braun Strowman and Sage Northcutt?
Sage Northcutt all day.
Shit. Oh god, it's painkiller time for sure. Jesus Christ.
Has Paige Van Zandt any more tweets about Scott North or whatever the guy's name is?
They're currently fucking right now.
Yeah.
On Periscope.
Oh, yeah. All right. So that's shit. I'm looking at my fucking recorder here. That's like we're at like 3.5 hours.
Oh
Fuck.
wow. Jesus.
Yeah.
I gotta take my pills.
1940. A few last minute comments, I guess, before we log off. Someone says, Shuggy 2015 says, I would fuck Tate at least 1 million times.
Well, any heterosexual male. I mean, Misha Tate is. I mean, she's incredible. They talk about Ronda. I mean, I think Misha Tate is another level, well above.
Level 50 Fire Tank says WWE Paige is a devil worshiper in real life. Someone
I'll still take it.
Someone says, shut your fucking troll holes. You couldn't kill a microorganism, you cunt. A lot of positivity here on the comment board.
Yeah.
Troll holes.
A microorganism. Fuck.
Damn.
We all must be total pussies if we can't kill a microorganism. My God.
Well, no, I mean it's hard to kill them. I mean, fucking cancer is a micro. Is like a microorganism if you want to consider it, right?
You George O'Leary.
Yeah, George O'Leary. Yeah, that reminds me of Notre Dame. Actually, they lost to Clemson tonight. Fuck.
Hey.
Covington Sheriff regarding Tate says, she really all natural? Damn, they way bigger than Ronda's.
No, I mean they're definitely not. I mean, she got them done after she fought Julie Kedzie. That was like, I don't know, 2 years ago, whatever. But yeah, they look great. I mean, and a very wise person told me, they said they're not fake if you can touch them.
Someone says,
Well, I can't. Well, let's put it this way. I don't think I'm going to be touching them anytime soon, so they're fake.
Yeah, that's the other way to look at it. Yeah.
Covington Sheriff also says, who got fake tits, DC or Tate?
Oh, come on, that's not.
Wow, actually a serious one. Someone says, do you think Herschel Walker will have a career in MMA? The dude's what, like 50?
Oh Jesus, he's a liability.
I mean, I was at his fight in 2011 in San Jose. I thought he could have had a few more fights. I mean, he was okay. He beat the shit out of some guy who was like 41. I think at the time he was like 50. He's got to be like 53 or 54 by now. I don't know.
I was curious. During the Kimbo Shamrock fight, Bellator rolled him out and had him doing a lot of interviews to sort of talk up Bellator. I think I heard him on the Dan Patrick show talking about the Bellator card. I think he talked about like playing Russian roulette back when he played football and was a crazy motherfucker. But yeah,
When you say Russian roulette, you mean putting one bullet in the?
yeah. Apparently that like he would do that to like intimidate his teammates or something. He would like spin it around and click it and be like, "Yeah, I'm fucking crazy."
Well, he definitely is crazy. I mean, he allegedly
Split personality.
his ex-wife said that he put a loaded gun to her head.
Good times.
You know, so
Gunplay, dude. Man, chicks dig it, man. Paige, dude.
Paige, like, well,
Yep.
which Paige Van Zandt or Paige WWE?
WWE Paige is Satan worshiping, man. You know you can. She'll be into that gunplay.
Tom, who is your favorite diva?
I don't like any of them.
Oh, come on!
What? It's
You don't
true.
like any of them?
What about the shoplifter one? Who was that? Emma?
Emma.
Yeah, I do like
Awesome.
Emma. No, I'll take Emma. I like Emma.
Yeah. Yeah, she was cool, man.
She's hot. She looks really good in NXT. You know.
No love for Bailey or Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks is great too. Yeah, Bailey's. I mean, whatever. Yeah, they're all hot. I mean, what the hell do you want me to say?
Paige all day, man.
I don't
Paige,
follow
care.
pro wrestling that much. I like watch maybe every third Raw. I'll try and watch the big cards, but I am a big fan of the New Day. Those dudes are fucking awesome.
Yeah, everybody loves them.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, any more comments? Any more?
That's it for me.
No, just all hail Sage Northcutt, man.
Go Gators. All hail Sage.
I mean-
Long live Northcutt.
Yep. Who saw that coming? I mean, who saw it coming?
So we have one here. FRB, you're entertaining, but this setup is a clusterfuck. Main event, doing play-by-play would have been nice.
We tried our best.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we didn't do play-by-play, but it's a little bit tough when we have like 3 or 4 people and they're all in different locations.
Yeah, no kidding, man. I don't know what went wrong with the UFC stream. I mean, I swiped my credit card and everything, and now we're all at a sync and everything. I think they're sabotaging us, man. So how about that? There's no play-by-play because of that, man.
The podcast was a work.
It was, man.
If somebody wants it, will Filthy Tom be on with Dave later?
I don't know. I don't think that they're going until much later. So
Yeah.
big news night.
Somebody here, Covington Sheriff says free Misha Nipple. That's
That makes sense. Free Misha nipple.
I don't know if she was gonna get the tits done. Like, why not the nose too? You know what I mean? I think they're real, guys. I think they're real.
yeah. Who's this? Here's Covington Sheriff again. I heard from an embedded or somewhere that Misha double broad because that other chick's nipple came out. I think she's talking about the Phillips girl that was on the card that Tom was on.
Elizabeth Phillips fighting Jessica
Yeah.
Dupe.
Wasn't that in Chicago? I think
So she's padding to like what, like for sex appeal and like to absorb damage, like
I don't think so because I mean she's hosted like pool parties and stuff and she wasn't double gimmicked. I mean, not that I saw.
yeah. You should have her on your podcast and just straight up get the truth out of her, man. Also see if you can get that Wentz guy on, man.
Yeah, that would be cool to have him on. I don't know how bad what type of shape he's in.
Yeah.
I'll it's one of those things. It's like I don't want to because after this after the shooting, there were all these media people like texting and tweeting all these people who said they were part of it, like they just wanted the story, and it was like, well, shit. I mean, can they get out of harm's way before you get your fucking story?
Okay.
I mean, it was just like, you fucking leeches, you pieces of shit.
Vultures,
Yeah.
man, circling, man.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'd love to talk to the guy. but I
Somewhere down the road.
certainly don't. You know, I told people, and I told Tom this. I did write a letter to Whitey Bulger, the famous gangster from Boston.
Oh, nice. Black Mass himself.
Yeah. So I don't know. I asked Whitey to come on the podcast. I don't know if he will. I don't know if he'll write me back, but I tried.
Shit. Cool. Yeah.
Do you know
And
if you can do a podcast from jail? Is that even a possibility?
I have no idea. I assume he has
Get him on
phone.
the line. I'll show up. Maybe you'll get a conjugal visit, and I'll sneak in a phone.
I mean, I assume he has phone privileges. I mean, he's 86 years old. I mean, I don't know.
his one phone call is gonna be on the podcast. All right. Yeah, that'd be a first, I think, in podcasting.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, only 8 beers. I behaved myself tonight.
Damn. I detect no slurring. I believe you would pass a field sobriety test right
Silver
now.
gimmick.
That's
I
impressive.
don't, you know, I don't do that anymore. I got away with a lot of things when I was younger. So I'm all uber gimmick now. You know, no more like if I have one beer, there's no more driving ever. And I hope everybody does that. You know, there's no reason to drink and drive. That's one of the dumbest fucking things you can do.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Shit. Believe me, I hear what you're saying, man. I wish I'd learned that lesson a long time ago.
Yeah, for sure.
There's only so many completely full bottles of liquor you can put down a night
Yeah.
before you end up having 2 surgeries in the same damn month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God damn.
Well, let's cut it here. I mean, Jake, thanks again for putting this together. Ramses, always a pleasure to talk with you.
Same here, man. Hopefully, I'll have you on the podcast. I'm planning on doing one before all this happens, since it might be my last one.
Nah,
I'll let you know, man.
You'll be okay, and you know you can contact me whenever you want. And Filthy Tom, feeling better, and we wish the best. You know, for young Finn, going to be joining the world here real shortly.
I think you're sabotaging it, man. I think the more you talk about it, the less it's gonna happen.
So
it's gonna happen.
I'm fucking it up. Yeah,
It's gonna be monstrous.
you see,
Remember
it's one of those things.
Hashtag monstrous.
Trying to be nice about things. So like, yeah, you're fucking it up, right? Yeah. But Tom, I'll leave you with this. You really should listen to what Ben said, what Dwayne said, and but make your own decision.
Don't look at it.
Yeah, man. Don't look, man. It ain't no car crash, train wreck. Just look away. What a note to end on. Oh, shit. But no, man. Early
what should I
congrats,
say?
Tom.
Are you still there? Are you still there, Tom? Or you just hang up?
He's processing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gathering my thoughts.
No, but I mean that in a good way, and hope nothing but the best for you and the girlfriend and the little guy.
Early congrats from me, man,
I
Tom.
appreciate it, but made it sound kind of morbid. I'm sure my goal, Brian, is that he makes it long enough to have a few cold ones with you. So.
Well, I think it's more like, will FRB make it?
That's my goal for you.
Yeah, Finn will make it. Yeah. So when I'm like in my 50s, Finn will be able to drink. So, yeah, and yeah, it'll be good. So, hey, Jake, you do the outro because you're a lot more of a professional broadcaster than me.
Yeah, man. I will stop the recording here in a second. Thanks for tuning in to the 192 Filthy FRB Fight Party. You can follow the show at Filthy FRB Show on Twitter. Of course, Brian's at Front Row Brian. Tom's at Filthy Tom Lawler. Ramsey is at the Aunt Jimmy Show. I'm at the MMA Podcast. I don't know when we'll be doing the next one, but thank you for tuning in, and we will see you guys soon. Later.
Later.